Hell fucking yeah. Okay, we're live on the YouTube as well.
I have my fic pulled up so I can walk along.
Did you go back and like re-edit it or something because you were talking about it?
No, the newest chapter that I posted, there was a whole thing. You weren't in the Discord when this happened, but I was like, oh my god, Ellipsis has a spell check.
Uh-huh. That's helpful.
Yeah. So chapter 12 is beautiful. It's all spell checked and correct.
How lovely. How lovely. Aw.
Everybody's been loving 12. So.
Yay. Kept changing your damn. Kept changing your damn.
I need to change my signature move.
Your signature. It's so funny that everyone in the Discord now uses damn that way because Reeve uses damn that way.
It was just like, why does everyone in here use it that way? And I was like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I also had another moment in the Discord. I've been trying to get into the general chats instead of isolating myself in the polycules. And I like hopped into a voice call, and I had another moment where I was just like, oh, I'm like editing my fic and like working on stuff. And someone was like, oh, what fic is it? And I was like, oh, I wrote The Artist Willing Pretty Girls and Learning to Love Really Love. And they were like, that's you.
Yeah.
Like,
people who don't know that Reef is in the Discord are like, oh my god, royalty. Royalty.
I scrolled across a TikTok the other day, and it was some guy who was just like, why do you guys want to know what Polytrix fanfics I'm reading, huh? And then there were people in the comments asking about what fics, and someone went, Two's Company? Give me that candy floss? The Artist Willing Pretty Girls, perhaps? And I was like,
mention. Those are my 3 that I'm reading right now. In fact, that's very funny. Those are the 3 that I'm reading right now.
God, I need to read Give Me That Candy Floss, but I just feel like it's a bad time for me to read that.
Yeah, I mean, did you see my video that I posted about it after?
I saw that you were crashing out about it, and I was like,
Did you? Well, I included a clip of it in my like I'm going live announcement video, but like I was crying so bad. I was crying so bad. So yeah.
Damn has broken and flooded the server.
What? Damn has broken the server. Oh my god, hi Tegan and Sam.
Mark, you're so funny. I
love you. I know Toss added. I'm doing Two's Company later on, y'all. Damn has I saw Damn with a friend the other day and they were so confused. Oh my god. Incredible.
I do plan to catch up on Two's Company maybe sometime next week. But I feel like I'm in a better headspace and I think I can handle it.
Also, it's fluff now. They went
back to fluff.
Yeah. Where did you leave it off?
They went bowling. I left it off the Zoe chapter where she goes like skateboarding and has therapy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That was like chapter 32 or 33 or something. I forget.
Yes, there is like a Rumi chapter. There are 2 Rumi chapters and a Mira chapter after that, and then they get back together.
Did they kiss? Hey.
I'll just say that chapter 38, that's not out yet, is going to be a smut chapter. Yes. No. Toss has been posting snippets of it, and I'm like, Toss, are you trying to kill me, Toss? And then I added Rose, being like, hey, Rose, you up? I'm gonna make Rose read the smut. I think through our combined powers, we can do anything. I trust Rose.
That shit. She'll kill it.
Yes.
I will get caught up on that thing.
Okay.
This chapter is another 7,000 words.
My plan is to hopefully get through 9 and 10 during the stream. Let's see how we do, okay? Yeah.
I forget how long chapter 10 is.
Maybe a little short. It might be around the same.
Why did this
because they're so clear. Also,
But
before I
just
get
want a little bit of noise when I type. So,
started,
chapter 10
Yeah.
is chapter 10 is shorter. It's about 6,000 words.
okay, coolio. Rachel, we're reading The Art of Spoiling Pretty Girls, and before I start, I want to say, is the only fan art you've gotten for this the silly one that Simp for Girls did with the backpack?
Yes. Yeah.
Someone's
working on fan art. I did talk to someone.
Yes.
Someone's working on it, but they haven't posted it yet.
I am excited because I saw that and I'm like, that's so funny that's M. I've been, because you know that I've been talking to M on Twitter all the time, right? Because they're the Mirror account. That is so funny to me. That's like worlds collide. Crazy.
I don't know what's going on in Twitter. I'm not over there, guys.
I know.
Talking shit about me, let me know.
No one's talking shit about you. I'm
talking
about you as the fluff queen. I'm talking about you as the fluff queen. That's what's going on right now.
I posted that new fluff one shot, and everybody's been loving that.
Yeah, I mean, Petney. They're the Star Moon and Star. Yeah, they're so cute. They're so cute.
Someone get this girl her damn fan art.
Pleek, someone,
Listen,
pleek.
guys, if you're an artist, I don't care what level of artist. If you feel like you can write fan or draw fan art, like I will repost that shit so fast.
Hi, Red. Okay, y'all. Let's get started. Okay. The Art of Spoiling Pretty Girls, Chapter 9. I'd love that. Summary. Oh boy, another super long chapter, 7,000 plus words. Someone stop me. That's so funny that you say that, considering the last few chapters I've read on live are like 20k plus chapters. Forced proximity type shit. I'm excited. I'm very excited. And Polytrix is about to be so.
I will draw fan art with stick figures. Absolutely, I will repost that. It will be on my Tumblr. It will be on my TikTok. I will talk about it nonstop in the Discord. It will be everywhere.
Aww, I can kind of draw, but I can't draw like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something. It's so hard. I don't understand how people are that talented. It's so hard. Hello. I'm just gonna get started, y'all. She woke up with a small weight on her chest, her eyes still hurting and still in her work clothes. Ugh. Sitting up didn't prove too effective, and when Zoe finally opened her eyes, she was met with slitted yellow ones. Derpy? She rasped, wincing at how sore her throat felt. Right. Last night. Oh, she's at Rumi and Mira's. The shit that Zoe went through during the last chapter, I'm like, girl, we are killing her roommate so bad. We are killing her so bad. We're throwing hammers at her face.
Okay, listen. Everybody to know, who's up to date to this. I do plan on punishing her roommate in some way.
Yes, let's go.
But I do have the plan together. Right?
Let's
not gonna go unpunished.
Let's go. She sat up, Derpy meowing in protest as she took in her surroundings. A mostly blank room, not Rumi's or Mira's. They had mentioned a spare room. All her stuff was stacked, still in boxes, next to what she assumed was the closet. Okay. Actually, she felt relief. She was too tired to feel much else. She wasn't still sitting on that bench. She was in a home with two people who cared, even if everything outside of that was complicated and mortifying. She chose to take a shower first. The bathroom attached to her room had a few towels stacked neatly on the counter, and the groan she let out when hot water finally hit her skin was sinful. Once dry, clothed, and properly awake, she hesitantly pushed back out the door into the hallway, Derpy scooting past her and walking with his tail high to the kitchen. She heard someone humming, Probably Rumi. Well, here we go. She didn't exactly dread talking to them, but she felt squirmy, as if she stood still and faced them. She, as if, as if she stood still and faced them, she would make a fool of herself. But she moved forward regardless, knowing it would be more than a little impolite to ignore them in their own house. Turning the corner, she took in everything at once. It was just utterly domestic, just like the morning after their first movie night, and it quickly put her at ease. Mira was sitting on the couch, one foot propped up on her opposite knee, a book in her hand. She had glasses on. That's new. Derpy had, as expected, made his way into the kitchen and was chewing at his food bowl on the floor. And Rumi was bouncing softly to music in her head, the humming definitely coming from her as she put dishes away. The sense that Rumi was happy was a relief in its own, and she just took in the scene for a moment. Her chest lightened, and she tilted, trying to will herself forward, but couldn't. Hey, Rue, Mira said suddenly, not looking up from her book, but causing Zoe's heart to flutter all the same. Hmm?
That's a little gay.
That's a little gay. Would you make cookies later? I've been craving the peanut butter ones you make. Casual, like it was normal. Because it nearly sent her spiraling, but the girls weren't done talking. This is so funny that you should mention cookies because I made a tweet. I'm not gonna bring it up, but I just know that I'm going crazy in my brain right now. Um Do you think Zoe has any allergies? We've never asked. I don't want to make something she can't eat, Rumi responded, setting some plates up in the cabinet. Fair point. Should we wake her up? Mira suggested, turning her head towards Rumi and away from Zoe. No, no, let her sleep. If if she's up, I'll ask. If not, I'll just make some chocolate chip ones too. She melted. They talked around caring for her like it wasn't an inconvenience, like being her friend was a joy instead of a pain. How had she ever pushed them away? How had she gone a whole week without really talking to them? Before she could recollect herself into something coherent, she breathed out funny, tears threatening her eyes. Shit. She was not crying. Not again. Her eyes still stung from last night, but apparently it wasn't enough. She huffed out in disbelief at herself and sniffled, arm coming up to cover her eyes. Zoe? Mira's voice, laced with concern. She heard the soft clang of a pot being set down, and when Zoe pulled her arm away seconds later, they were both in front of her, eyes soft and worried, each with hands fidgeting out in front of themselves like they didn't know what to do with her, like they wanted to comfort her so badly, but also didn't want to scare her. Zoe? Rumi said next. She sniffled again, and instead of being afraid, let herself fall, leaning into Rumi's chest and shuddering. Arms were wrapped around her just as quickly, the taller girl stepping closer into her space to hold her upright. Two hands landed firmly on her shoulder blades as well. Definitely Mira's. Hey, hey, what's wrong? Rumi spoke first, soft and sweet and horrendously warm against her. She really tried to speak, but for several moments just shook, breathing and noting how nice it felt to be held. Take your time, Mira spoke, lower, careful, and with slow movement of her hands, circles that had her back relaxing into the touch. Breathe, Zoe. It's okay. God damn. After one more shaky breath, she swallowed thickly.
Every girl need a
Oh, Zoe. After one more shaky breath, she swallowed thickly and managed a small sentence. I like peanut butter cookies. There was a small silence before Rumi made an undignified sound that had a bit of amusement in it, and Mira quickly followed with an amused ha. Sorry, she huffed, smiling as well as both of them Wait, she huffed, smiling as well as both of them shook with restrained laughter. That's so stupid to cry about. Rumi giggled then, but squeezed her tight against her. You're a little raw from last night. There are worse things to cry about than cookies. Another breath puffed out against Zoe's head. I'll make you whatever cookies you want. Zoe nodded and finally wrapped her arms around Rumi's middle, closing her eyes. Thanks. How are you feeling? Mira asked then, hands still gently making circles on her back. The smaller girl sighed. Better than last night, worse than the day before? Fair. Do you need anything else? Rumi murmured, a thumb gently sliding across Zoe's lower back in what she was sure was meant to comfort, but only ended up making her shiver. That's kind of gay. Hungry? That's kind of gay. Hungry? Thirsty? Anything? Not right now, Zoe managed, gently pulling away, both girls stepping back just enough to give her the space. It's strange how good they were at that, reading her and caring for her. Being around them had always felt nice and natural, like she belonged. She hoped that feeling would stay. I'm still so tired. She tried not to sound whiny, but really she was. She just figured she needed to get this part out of the way. Want to come nap on the couch for a bit? You can keep me company while I read, Mira asked, one hand coming to land on her shoulder. Or you can go back to your room. Obviously, if you're still overwhelmed, Rumi added, shooting Mira a soft look. She looked between them, realizing how close they still were. Uh, couch? Couch. The couch is fine. I'm gonna grab a blanket. She tucked under one of Rumi's arms, still loosely around her, and padded back down the hallway. Taking a minute once Taking a minute once she was there, she closed her eyes and breathed out slowly. She had to tell them. She couldn't do this, but she could enjoy being free for a day or two, right? Was that too much to ask? To just fall into comfort and warmth before maybe destroying everything? Girl, you are literally so fine. You need to stop freaking out about this.
Realize how badly want to.
E-
Don't even worry.
Don't even worry. Even though she knew somewhere deep down it wouldn't destroy, but it could end up awkward, and maybe that was worse. But was it? She grabbed a blanket off the edge of the bed and dragged herself back to the living room, where Rumi had finished with the dishes and was now scouring the cabinets and fridge, pulling out flour and peanut butter and regular butter and, right, cookies. From scratch. She had never had homemade cook. Girl, what? You've never had homemade cookies? I'll make you some homemade cookies. Oh my god. She had never had
Or
homemade cookies.
if I ever come visit you, we gotta make cookies together.
We'll
I
make
think it's
cookies.
required.
Yeah, you'll make me your
Stream.
yes, you'll make me your meatballs. And I'll make the cookies.
Party will make me cookies and I'll make her my balls.
Let's go. She had never had homemade cookies, my girl. Mira was again sat back on the couch, holding a book, looking up for only a moment before patting beside her and shifting her legs. God, yes, please. She flopped down, facing away from the couch with a groan, and wiggled a bit to get comfy. During the act, her head bumped into Mira's thigh. You can set your head on my lap if you want. A pause. Or the pillow, at the other end of the couch, you can. Zoe accepted the offer without thought. Mira is like, Mira is such a loser. Oh god, I love her. Zoe accept. Yes, yes. Zoe accepted the offer without thought and without words. Greedy, really, but if nothing else, she needed that subtle affection. She'd miss them. It wasn't like it was weird, right? Girl, no. she, she turned, facing the couch, or, well, now more so Mira's stomach, but whatever, and set her head in the middle of the offered thigh. She closed her eyes before she could analyze Mira's face and let out a contented sigh. Mira adjusted slightly, then set one hand on Zoe's upward facing shoulder, not moving, not pushing, just existing there. Thank you, she muttered. You're good, Zoe. I wouldn't have offered it if I didn't mean it. No, I mean, for everything. For last night, too, she murmured, fear creeping into her chest, but repeating what Bobby said in her head. Sometimes telling the truth starts in pieces. You came for me when I needed you, and it was scary to trust that you would, but I'm glad I did. She breathed out, curling tighter into herself just a bit, a silent shield. And I miss you guys so much. I don't know how I forgot how nice you are, how nice it feels to be around you. I just want to be here. And I owe you for being that way. I think I'll make it up to you somehow when I feel a little better. But yeah, I'm sorry and thank you. And I don't know. Mira was quiet for a moment.
Wait.
Wait. Mira was quiet for a moment, and Zoe let her fingers play with the hem of her shirt nervously under the blanket. She hated the silence. But then Mira's hand moved to her head, tucking a few pieces of hair out of her face, and she started slowly petting at her hair. We miss you too. Missed movie nights and impromptu hangouts, and you know you can be here as long as you want, right, Zoe? Her voice was strained, and Zoe opened her eyes to see her looking down so softly at her, eyes shaky, not like crying, but full of emotion. The fluttering of her chest was nearly as light as the touch on her head. And she had been so focused on that. And she had been so focused on that. She didn't notice Rumi leaning over the couch and reaching to run a steady hand over her bicep. You're nice to us too, you know? Besides last week, besides last week, which I am sure was more of a mental health issue than a desire to hurt us. So you don't owe us, silly. Rumi spoke with that gentle confidence Zoe missed so much. The confidence that came from being so sure of something and knowing she didn't even have to defend it. Plus, Rumi's eyes shifted sideways, smile faltering. It's not like I didn't also shut you out when my aunt called. I understand how it feels to not want to be seen, even if all you want is someone's comfort. She met Zoe's eyes again, her smile quirking sideways. We will have to get better at that. For each other, yeah? Zoe's eyes stung with tears again, but she nodded, closing them again. Definitely. Okay, then. So, question, less intense. Rumi's voice got brighter again. Peanut butter cookies are like obvious, but what about peanut butter cookies with chocolate chips? Zoe giggled, soft and weak. That sounds so good right now. Can you add marshmallows to a few? Mira asked, like peanut butter s'more style. You're a genius, Mir. All laced her voice. Zoe, do you want that or should I leave some without? Literally anything you're talking about sounds so good right now, she mumbled, trying not to laugh. Yes, marshmallows, please. It's a winning combo, Mira agreed. Rumi chuckled and moved away, back to the kitchen and leaving Zoe and Mira on the couch again. Mira was playing with her hair again, moments later, a small, relaxing sigh escaping her lips. Zoe melted into it. How nice. Hi, cheese. Wah. Hi, cheese. The cheese is very appreciated.
Soft little losers.
These soft little losers, and they're so in love, actually. Oh, God. They're so sweet. Mm.
I cannot wait for you to get to the confession scene.
I am so excited. Is that this chapter or next chapter?
It's next chapter.
Yeehaw. I love me some confession scenes.
Oh no, it's
When-
this chapter. It's at the end of the
So which confession though? That's the question. Which confession? I'm gonna check the comments real quick. What are we reading? We're reading The Art of Spoiling Pretty Girls by Reef. And Reef is joining me because we do these joint streams. That's our speaking right now on the corner. She's the little Reef image.
The little piece of coral in the corner.
The piece of coral in the corner. You're a piece of coral, in fact.
It's inspired by Give Me That Candy Floss. Actually, I started writing this before Give Me That Candy Floss.
Yeah, no, this is before Give Me That Candy Floss. This is before Give Me That Candy Floss.
It is technically a Sugar Baby AU, but it's also not as heavily focused on that.
Yeah, it's a different kind of.
It became semi-college AU, semi-Sugar Baby AU.
Yeah, it's sugar mommy.
Roommate AU.
Yes, it's sugar mommies in the sense that Rumi and Mira have generational wealth, and they do like they.
It's not like crazy $1 billion.
Yeah, it's not fucking power grid level. It's not power grid level. The power grid.
A lot of things rolled into one. I love an everything bagel. I just shoved everything in.
Exactly. No, it's a different vibe. It's a completely different vibe.
Scared of the next chapter? Scared of chapter 12, the one I just posted, or the one that we're reading? Because
No.
Neither is the answer.
No.
I haven't gotten back into the angst yet.
We'll get there. They're rich, not wealthy. LMFAO. I mean, they are.
Yeah,
they are.
That's a good way to put it.
But like they are, but they are not flaunting it in the same way. But like they are.
No.
Yeah. Keyword yet, Reef.
Keyword yet. Yes, exactly. The message I left at the end of chapter 12 has everyone going like, oh no.
Oh. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. I'll keep going. Day 2 in the girl's house felt a bit heavier, but no less nice. She showered again, played with Derpy, who got into her room again sometime in the night, and emerged wearing pajamas she dug out of one of her clothes boxes. No one was home. It was quiet. A little scary. But she was curious, and it was not at all invasive to look around as long as she wasn't messing with anything or going into their rooms, right? She poked around the kitchen, trying to memorize where everything went. Found an intensely organized pantry, labeled and stocked. She chuckled at the indeed oversized container of pretzels Mira had mentioned weeks ago. Ruby's pretzel thing is so funny to me. It's so silly.
If someone's listening, please draw Ruby
with the pretzels. Someone please draw Ruby with the pretzels. Oh my god. Next, skipping to the living room, she wandered over to a door she assumed was the garage. Her instinct was right. She opened it and fumbled against the wall for a few seconds before she managed to find and flip the light switch, illuminating the 2-car garage and taking it in. Mira's car was missing, but Rumi's motorcycle was parked close to the door on her right, in a small strip of open space, and was next to a wall of helmets, jackets, and what looked like tools. There was Zoe's black helmet closest to the door, hanging, and Rumi's right above it. But there was a second car.
Special interest. Danny, you shush.
Listen.
Danny called me out in the comments.
What's wrong?
On this chapter.
What's wrong about bringing your special interest? God forbid a girly pop be a little autistic. Oh my god. But there was a second car, one she guessed was Rumi's, that she'd never seen, parked on the far end. It was not what Zoe would have thought, besides being a familiar purple with black decals. It was some kind of SUV, small and weirdly shaped. She didn't recognize it. She walked over, wincing at the cold concrete on her naked feet, and stared at it for a bit. It was obviously customized, with blacked out wheels and trim, the purple paint, and a front bumper guard that looked like it wasn't there originally, even if it did fit quite well. It had a roof rack with what looked like two bike slots and a third for something else. She glanced down and furrowed her brows, and she made out the word Isuzu in black letters on the black grille. Isuzu? She didn't know a lot about cars, but had never heard of an Isuzu. She walked around a few times, peeking inside, noting that it had the strange headlights and a bulbous spare tire compartment on the back, before wandering back over to another corner of the garage, where she found once again impeccably organized tools and what looked like camping gear, long and tall bags propped against the wall, and an object covered in a tarp. It was a kayak. And that's what the other roof rack was for. Noted. Cool. She made her way back into the house and peeked around the living room, noting pictures of Rumi and Mira at several stages of life. They had said they'd known each other a long time, and it was obviously true. The earliest one, as far as she could tell, was the two of them smiling widely with helmets and knee pads, sitting on two matching pink bicycles. Rumi's hair wasn't dyed, and neither was Mira's. Rumi had dark brown hair, while Mira's was black. It was weird to see them like that, but they were so cute. Next, she saw them closer to middle school age. Rumi smiling with a double thumbs up in the foreground, Mira saluting with a smirk in the background, both wearing school uniforms. Rumi had her braid in, and Mira had a tied back bun, but the pieces that framed her face, something Zoe recognized, were still there. Then, one that looked like high school Rumi, playing piano on a stage while apparently singing. Right next to that piano was one of Mira, likely around the same time, dancing on stage, head held high. They were so pretty. She liked to think she'd fall for them at every stage, rough around the edges, stiff but polite, performing and free, and always together. They're childhood friends. Way so cute.
I listen. Someone commented on this chapter specifically when I was like writing all this, and they were just like, if you do one shots
Mhm.
based on this fic to like give us some like expansion of their relationship,
Mhm.
and now I have to.
Uh-huh.
I have to at some point.
Mhm. Yeah. That like recital, for example, like story of that recital, maybe. Where just like backstory. And yeah. And then her. Not even in the middle, but here now, a piece to their puzzle, but still not quite fitting where she hoped to. A piece they allowed to fit, wanted to fit with them. Her heart ached. Not a single photo had a genuine hint at them dating, so her thoughts went back to when they had. Had she been right that it was recent, budding from their long term friendship? Or had it been a while and they simply didn't like to advertise it? While she was thinking, the front door opened and two sets of laughter echoed into the room. She turned quickly, not afraid of them seeing her there, but wanting to greet them. Rumi was first, smiling widely and turning the corner, somehow smiling wider upon seeing her. "Hi, Zoe." Mira peeked around the corner, offering a small wave before disappearing again, the sound of keys dropping into the bowl familiar. "Hey, guys." Hey, guys," she managed, smiling. "Where'd you go?" They looked at each other, then back at her, smiles wide and suspicious. "Nowhere, just out." Zoe furrowed her brows. "So convincing, guys. Really, Oscar worthy performance." Mira laughed out loud, then raised a hand in surrender. "Fair enough. It's just a surprise, okay? For you. Later." She met her eyes again, softer this time. "Feeling better?" "Yeah, yeah. Not exhausted anymore. Was just She turned, gesturing at the pictures. Looking at these. Haven't looked at them very closely before. You guys have known each other a long time. God, yeah. What, like third grade? When my mom met your aunt at that industry party? Mira nudged Rumi, who nodded. Yeah, I still don't know if they even like each other. I mean, they definitely don't now. Mira chuckled, cause she paused, then chuckled again, higher pitched, cause I'm a bad influence or whatever. Bad influence? Zoe asked, turning back to them. Not straight, Mira clarified. Also, the hair dye, the piercings, and my tattoo. You have a tattoo? Zoe gasped, eyes wide. Where? The taller girl giggled, then smirked. High up on my ribs on the left side. She tapped just below her left breast to be more specific. A sword. Zoe just blinked. A sword? Yeah, like a knight's sword. I thought it was cool. It's got etchings and stuff on it too. Rumi designed it. That is so good. That is so good. That is so good. And I'm Reef, I need to show you something. So someone made a fan art of like Mira sending a picture to the girls, and she has like a tattoo. It's not a sword, but like it just made me think of that. It's Toto, and I have to show it to you because I was like, oh my god! Wait. I'll show you.
Zoe.exe has crashed.
Here. So since I'm too exhausted for writing, I'm the new artwork. It's not it's koi fish. She has koi fish tattoos here, but I'll just show it to you. Like, yeah,
That would be adorable.
yeah, that's so good.
My grandma growing up kept koi fish out in her pond in the backyard. I think they've all died off now, unfortunately.
Oh no. Yeah, it made me think of that, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. It's so pretty. Toto made it. Toto's fanfics on Twitter. Anyways, beautiful. Anyways,
But I'm not on Twitter.
I'm so sorry.
I have FOMO, but I'm being a good, responsible.
No.
Sticking with my Tumblr and my TikTok, alright?
Yeah. No, I respect it. Twitter is a hell zone, but unfortunately, I am addicted to it. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Rumi designed it. Oh, no, I helped design it. I can't draw for shit. They argued playfully for several moments while Zoe processed this information. Then she forced herself to relax. No big deal. It was a big deal. It was a big deal. That's really cool, actually, she managed, forcing a smile through her nerves. So, just your shirts always cover it? Yeah, it's along my bra line, and I don't wear just bras out in public, obviously. It's kind of just for me or my partners. She shifted a bit. I have a picture, non scandalous, I promise, if you want to see it. Oh, maybe later? She wouldn't be able to function, she was sure. Wait, partners? Yeah, Mira was gay, she said that, but hearing it come out of her mouth made Zoe blink. Rumi is her partner. She couldn't stop the flush that came to her cheeks. Rumi and Mira were together. Yeah, duh, that wasn't new information anymore, but just something about that line of thinking had her spiraling. She needed a smoke bomb, a distraction. What's up with the car? Both girls blinked. What? The car in the garage? The purple one? She blinked a few times. I got a little curious and peeked in there. I've never seen that kind of car before. Rumi's eyes lit up and Mira groaned. Now you've done it, Zoe. You asked about the car. Please tell me you made Rumi autistic too. Please tell me. Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Oh my god.
I project onto all three of them individually.
Yes. Yes.
And then if you just squished all of them together, it's me.
Me.
I am
I am Polytrix. No, me too. Exactly. Rumi was closer then, smiling widely. Did you want to see the inside? I can show you. It's really cool. Zoe huffed out a laugh and nodded, Rumi brightening even more, if that were even possible, and grabbing at Zoe's hand to lead her back to the garage. We'll be back, Mir. Okay, don't hold her captive too long. Rumi frowned, turning back to her. She's not a captive. Nah, I'm not a captive.
I became during this. I really went into the tism here. Chat. Just a touch. I've heard this car rant from Reef.
God forbid a girl be a little autistic. Oh my god. Nah, I'm not a captive. I did ask, Zoe added, relaxing a bit with a smile. Scream if you need help, Mira chuckled, waving her hands and scooting off toward her room. Okay, I'm seeing some jargon here. So, yeah, I can see that you really went in deep. I can see some jargon over here.
I dived in.
You dived in. The next half hour.
Paragraphs of her just being a nerd.
Thank God. The next half hour was Rumi excitedly explaining the Isuzu, affectionately named Lav, short for lavender. They didn't make them in the US anymore, and Lav was a V-Cross, one of only 4,000 or so made. She dived into design aspects, ranted about how most of them had this horrendous red interior, and how she'd found this one in great shape from a seller up the coast who wanted to sell to someone who loved the car and not money. I'm a big fan of just goofy looking vehicles, Rumi said, out of breath but so proud. They had a lot of them in the 90s and early 2000s, like the Suzuki X90, the GEO Tracker, Pontiac Aztec, the Honda Insight, just weird stuff very few people liked. Rumi looked at her, her smile faltering for a minute, her eyes shifting a bit as her hand moved up to nervously adjust her shirt. Sorry, I've been talking your ear off. I like it when you're happy. I don't mind, Zoe murmured, then chuckled, hand over her mouth. She pulled it away to continue. As long as you don't mind that I don't understand half of what you're talking about. They both laughed. No, she's so real.
I will always listen, but like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, but good for you. This is like, oh my God, I talk about this on Twitter as well. But I have a coworker who is obsessed with Cookie Run. Like he will lore dump about Cookie Run to me, and I like understand some of them, but then he gets into like really deep lore, and I'm like, I don't understand what's happening, but that sounds crazy. And I see that you're crashing out right now.
Gingerbread cookies.
Yes. Yeah. Why is there yaoi in that? Why is there insane yaoi in that? Why is there insane yaoi and doomed Yuri and Cookie Run? Hi, Nats. No, it's crazy. Shit is tism, guys. The tism. We are all.
In the Discord, everybody calls it the reeftism.
There's reefisms and the reeftisms.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Reefisms, which is my behavior patterns, and then the reeftism, which is just me.
You being autistic, as you should. Anyways, let's keep going. Oh my God, I'm a witch. Thank you, Nat. Thank you, Nat. The reeferism.
I do have an autistic charm to me.
Yeah. Listen, autistic people rule. I think we all rule. Anyways. They both laughed.
Reefisms are caused by the reeftism, that is true. Reefisms are caused by the reeftism.
Did you? Oh my God, Nat. What are you manifesting? I think Nat is manifesting more fluff, so we shall keep going. Rism with the tism. That's really good. That's really good. Rism with the tism.
Post will be learning to love, and that is not fluff, but it is very sweet.
Oh my God, Reef. Oh, Nat sent the manifesting to you. You got a little something from Nat. Okay.
Continue, Artie.
Um, so you use it as like it's an off-road car. Like if we go hiking or biking or kayaking down to the beach or into the mountains, outdoorsy stuff. I could probably rip around some trails in it too, but I don't wanna. Jeep people go out there. She shuddered in feigned disgust, pulling another laugh from Zoe. I saw the kayak. Never been out on the water. I'll take you sometime. It's a two-seater. She lit up again. I'll teach you to paddle and everything. Just have to get you a life vest. I'd like that a lot. They stood in
For
silence.
someone who keeps reading this fic who is so excited for a kayak date, they are so excited for a kayak
I
date.
am already.
They've left a comment. They've left like 4 comments. And I'm
I
like,
just saw the mention of a kayak and I'm already excited. Okay. They stood in silence for a moment before Zoe sighed. She met Rumi's eyes and then looked back at the door. I can't believe I let myself push you guys away. It's so much easier to just be here. Don't beat yourself up too much. You're here now. That means something. Zoe bit at her lip. But I still haven't told you everything, so I still feel bad. Rumi was quiet then, before moving closer and setting a hand on her bicep. We are ready to listen whenever you're ready to talk. I just thought you'd want a few days to yourself. I'm just really glad you're feeling better. The smaller girl breathed out, leaning into the touch. For a moment, she thought about it, thought about everything, then met Rumi's eyes. She loved the way Rumi looked at her. Mira had a slightly different gaze, more intense that made her nervous, in a good way, but Rumi's eyes were always gentle and warm. Tomorrow. Huh? Rumi furrowed her brows and tilted her head. Tomorrow morning. I want to sit down and talk to you tomorrow. If if that's okay. She swallowed once, trying not to shake. I'm gonna make a list of stuff in order and how to say it, but I need to say it. So tomorrow, please? Rumi nods, letting her hand fall back to her side, and silence burdened the air for a moment before she spoke again. Do you need any help unpacking? Unpacking? Not even a question, just the reality that she lived here now, whatever the amount of time ends up being. Yeah, Rumi managed. Hopefully a long time. Hey. Polytrix is so real. Yeah, Rumi managed. Yeah. Yeah, Rumi managed. I mean, you're very independent, so I want to respect that. I figured at worst you stay until after graduation, maybe till you get a job somewhere, something in music. At worst, Zoe huffed, quirking her brow. Wishful thinking that you'd stay longer, I guess. Rumi shrugged. That's kind of gay. Zoe hated that tone, only because Rumi sounded mildly hurt. Like Zoe moving out was a horrible tragedy and not a normal occurrence. So, in a moment of charity to Rumi, she nodded. You can help me unpack if you'd like, taking a few steps towards the door. Not that I have much stuff. Rumi smiled, small and cautious, but happy nonetheless. And that's a chapter break.
Wah.
Hopefully for a long fucking time. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, like forever. No pressure.
This is like I this is the same mindset of me being like, oh, I'm gonna live with my roommate forever. But they're not just going to be roommates. They're not just going to be roommates, baby. Hopefully forever and happily ever after. Just posted Rumi with a pretzel on Discord? Wait. I'm going there right now. I'm going there right now. Where did you post it? Which channel? Would you like to stay for dinner? Would you like to stay forever? Oh my god. Incredible. Incredible. Perfect. Wait, everyone needs to see the pretzel right now. Oh my god. This is a big pretzel though. Ruby with a pretzel. Rumi with a pretzel.
Would you like to stay for dinner? Would you like to stay forever?
Rumi with a pretzel, y'all. Oh my god.
No, the joke in my fic is that she really likes snack pretzels, which are the tiny crunchy ones.
I want her with a bowl, just like munching on them. But that's really, really
Yes.
cute.
I'm so talented. Mark, this is my favorite thing ever. I'm gonna post it on Tumblr and I'm gonna post it on my TikTok, and you're gonna be everywhere.
Hell yeah. Oh, question to you. Do you prefer Mark or Marv? Because you have different names on Discord and on here.
I know, but I can't draw them. That's okay. I understand the point, and I appreciate it nonetheless.
Anyways.
Don't die, Artie. He's sweating a little bit.
It is so dire. Our apartment has central heating, so it's like it's either too cold or too hot, and right now they're blasting. I can go by Marvin Mark. Gotcha. They're blasting the fucking radiator, and it's so hot, and it's so dry in here, and like, oh my god, I'm dying. It's bad.
This is a crime.
It's
Free
a crime.
Artie.
Free Artie. Free Artie. Oh my god.
Hashtag free Artie October 2025.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I was having a singing lesson yesterday, and I sang one aria, and my throat was dry. It was dry. I was like, this is a crime. It's so bad. It's so. I'm drinking my water right now. Like, it's not bad.
Speaking of which,
Like,
I should grab some water. Hold on.
yeah, grab your water.
So I can hear you.
Free Artie. Thank you, Miles.
Thankfully, I have a mini fridge in my room now.
Oh my god. Wait, while you're doing that, let me actually take my charger because I'm at 10% and I don't want to do an Artie again.
You don't want to pull an Artie.
I don't want to pull an Artie. I've done.
The first time you read my fix was your phone died.
Yes, yes. So that's not gonna happen again. It has happened twice more since then.
I was gonna ask if you ever finished reading the rest of my Polytrix Week one shot.
I haven't. I have to. I have to do
I
the.
didn't know if you were gonna try to read them on stream or.
I'm probably not gonna read them on stream. I'll read them by myself, but I'll text you
That's
about
fine.
it. I'll text you about it.
Well, when I was in the airport blaming Reef, that's true. That was
Wait, was that before the Discord? Was that before the Discord?
It was before the Discord.
Oh my god! And now here you are.
Me long before the Discord. Chris was texting me on TikTok.
Nice. Nice. That's crazy, guys. I love this little. That's kind of gay, y'all. That's kind of gay, y'all. Oh my god.
We are a little gay. Chris actually gave me a rainbow bracelet, and I'm really upset at myself because I left it at her apartment.
How dare you?
Homophobic of me.
How dare you? Oh my god, wait.
This weekend.
Did you end up shipping me that hedgehog? Because I never received it.
Post office, but I'm about to go to the post office today.
Okay, cool. I just like remembered it and I'm like, I don't, because I haven't received it and I was like, I didn't know you
Actually,
shipped.
hold on, let me grab it.
Okay, I just remembered that. I want that little trans flag hedgehog.
Chris uses her as a stim tool. Chris uses hers as a stim tool.
And I respect that. I respect that. Drink.
This is the hedgehog.
Thank you.
Somebody.
Wait.
This is Artie's hog.
Oh my god, everyone look at that. I'm gonna make you bigger. Look at that. Look at that. It's a trans flag hedgehog.
Also, Reef hand.
Also, Rehan! Rehan!
Reef hand, hello.
Hello. What are you
These
drinking?
right now. Hold on. I have two more over there.
Oh,
Next to each other.
oh my god.
But he's gonna sit here now.
Cutie pie. Okay.
Hi everybody.
Hello. I'm gonna make
My
myself.
fic.
I'm gonna make myself bigger again. Whoa, Reef Arm 2. Y'all are getting a lot of shit. A lot of stuff. Whoa. You guys are getting a tree. Okay. Oh god, I love this. After she unpacked all her clothes organized in the dresser and Rumi left to let her be alone for a moment, she took out a notebook, one usually used for her lyrics, to formulate a plan. 1. Apologize for lying and being distant. Really apologizing for pushing them away and not explaining herself. A fantastic start. Also for lying about being sick. 2. Thank them for being good friends, talking to them about just how much they meant to her, how much their company had let her feel free and loved. Whatever they felt about her next words, she valued them and the time they had. Acknowledge their relationship. The kiss slash the kiss, um letting them know that this was an important moment, something she saw and didn't mean to see. She was sure she wasn't supposed to see. She had been early. Mira was comforting Rumi. It wasn't wrong. She was the one who made it weird, really. 4. Confess. The hardest part, but the most important. Admits she had liked them near instantly, and the last two or so months had only made her feel that way more. Rumi with her fidgety but overwhelmingly kind nature, and Mira with her built-in confidence, patience, and attitude. She liked them both so much she couldn't choose. Girl, she's gonna say all of these in one discussion? That's crazy. She's really going for it, huh? Zoe is diving in. Here's the thing. I say this.
I'm sick of not being honest. I need someone to swim with me.
Yes, exactly. The thing. Here's my headcanon, and it keeps being proven over and over again, which with every fanfic. Zoe has the most balls out of the three of them. Zoe has the most balls out of the three of them. Like it's kind of crazy. um okay, awesome. Okay, a game plan. Not easy, not simple, but needed. She changed into pajamas, ones with stars and constellations all over, and moved back into the living room. Mira and Rumi were both in the kitchen, Mira cooking something while Rumi talked about something funny she was seeing on her phone. She nearly separated herself, wanting to sit on the couch, but pushed forward into the kitchen instead. Wait. But it all started with a website, I guess. And now there's memes and song covers, and it's just so funny every time I see it. It itches my brain, Rumi said, snapping her head over to meet Zoe as she emerged. Zoe, are you on TikTok? Have you seen the lizard meme? Zoe paused for only a moment, then smiled. I don't know the lizard meme. I don't know the lizard meme. What is the lizard meme? Wait, I need to look it up before I move on.
Yes. Get it in the chat.
Lizard. Lizard for 10 hours. What am I watching right now?
Lizard, 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 lizard,
Yes.
lizard, 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 lizard.
I understand what Rumi was feeling because I started watching that and I'm like, wait, why can I watch this for forever? Sam, why would you say that? It was Rose that made it? What do you mean?
Rose made it in the Discord. She put it in there as a sound.
Oh, I see.
Next time you happen to be in a voice chat, and if I'm there, I will play you
Okay.
it's a soundbite.
I see. I still don't know.
It kind of just became a meme of just like, this is the last brain cell.
Yes. No, I understand.
The autistic brain hyperfixating lizard.
Lizard. Okay, Zoe paused for only a moment, then smiled. Lizard. She paused, looking at Mira. Lizard. Ruby cackled, shoulders shaking as she slumped forward on the table. Mira was raising an eyebrow and looking at both of them like they were insane. Are you two mentally well? Absolutely not, Zoe responded, breaking into laughter as well, moving to rub at Rumi's back. Okay, don't die. Rumi sat up and attempted to slow down her breathing, little huffs of laughter escaping as she came down. Holy fuck. Jesus, Zoe, you can't do that to me. Sorry, can't ask me about a stupid meme and not expect me to just spout it out. Not how my brain works. She was smiling widely, hands still on Rumi's shoulders. Are you too serious? Zoe paused, a distant thought popping up in her mind. Right in front of my salad? Right in front of my salad? Oh my god. Rumi wheezed, slamming a hand on the table and ending up in a mixture of dying and coughing. So, you two need to unplug from the internet. I don't speak memes, I speak English. She was mixing whatever she had on the stove, shaking her head. No, how am I gonna watch all my turtle videos? Zoe widened her eyes. What is it with you and turtles, genuinely? Zoe was about to retort with something funny, but she stopped halfway and whipped around with a shocked gasp. Sebastian! Sebastian! He's in my room, Rumi explained. I abandoned my son, Zoe whined. Your son? What happened to our son? Mira scoffed. So now he's ours, and here I was sitting, starting to think you wouldn't come around. Zoe crossed her arms, smiling again, but it faltered. Damn, I literally forgot about him. I'm such a bad mother. He was fine. Rumi was snuggled up with him every night you were gone because she missed you so much. Shut up! Rumi squeaked, face turning red. Just because you don't finish that sentence, Mira warned, raising a brow. I'll poison your food. Domestic abuse! Zoe, don't let her treat me this way. Zoe huffed. What am I supposed to do? Tickle her. Her ribs are super. Don't you dare. Rumi shot out of her chair and Mira whipped around with a spoon pointed towards them. Rue, I swear. Zoe stood between them. Not in front of the kids, please. Kids, plural? Oh my god, you are neglecting your cat. Poor Derpy. Yes, kids, plural, turtle son and cat son. Zoe giggled. I'm stealing him since you forgot. He is my son now, my cat. Rumi was giggling again, but raising her arms and standing back up out of her stance. Okay, I'm done. She snapped her head to Mira with a wicked grin. For now. Mira just lifted her arms in confusion, but was huffing out a laugh as well. Zoe tapped her arm gently, then tapped Rumi, gesturing to the chair. Both of you need to breathe. God. All three of them fell into giggles, Mira returning to the food. Zoe peeked over her shoulder. What are you making? I thought Rumi was the chef here. Mira is very competent, despite anything I might have said while teasing, Rumi answered. Mira stopped stirring, set the spoon down, and set the lid back on the pot. It needs a bit more time, but you'll like it. She smiled down at Zoe. Braised chicken and rice. Sounds and smells delicious. She frowned then. Wait, what about the cookies? In the oven, Rumi answered, gesturing. I chilled the dough this morning and set them to come out around the time the food was ready. So we can eat. So we can eat. They can cool a little bit. Oh my god. So we can eat. They can cool a little bit, and then dessert. You guys will have to teach me some of this cooking stuff. I've been living off canned stuff and frozen meals for like 5 years. She winced at the admission. That is awful, and I will not stand for it. Rumi grunted, eyebrows furrowing. That is awful, and I will not stand. That is so Zoe girl. Sorry,
No,
that scene took a lot out of me. That was very fast.
Please help her.
Please help her. Please save her. I agree. Not acceptable. We cook most nights. You're welcome to come observe and learn and ask questions. Mira's hand unconsciously landed on Zoe's lower back as she turned, slipping it away just as fast, as if Mira hadn't meant to do that. Zoe didn't mention it. Gay! Zoe didn't mention it. Couldn't mention it. Not with the sensation it shot up her back and into her brain, wanting to whine about how it had barely happened, and the thoughts that had been plaguing her all day about just leaning into them, taking the affection she desperately wanted. She couldn't do that. Not until, or if, not, or if everything was resolved during their talk tomorrow. So she diverted herself, hoping not to seem so in her head. Can we watch a movie? Rumi looked up. Sure, what are you thinking? I don't know. Something easy, something stupid, something funny, something I can asleep on. I can fall asleep on if I wanted to. Mira was behind her again. We could.
This is the chapter of memes. I'm sorry to do it to you.
You don't even fucking know. You don't even fucking know, Reef.
What did I do?
It's okay. No, you didn't do anything. Mira was behind her again. You didn't do anything. Mira was behind her again. We could put on the B movie. Mindless, funny, and stupid to a T. No, because I'm gonna get into like territory that you're not on Twitter, so you wouldn't know this, and you're also not in the GTC world. But so one of the roleplay accounts is Mi Young, aka Mi Young's ghost, like the ghost of Rumi's mother, is a roleplay account. And she was on a space. She was on a like Twitter space being like, oh yeah, my daughter, she was in the B movie. She played Barry B. Benson. And I'm like, wait, what is happening? Why is this so crack right now? Why are we doing insane GTC crap? I'm paused. I paused. I made a tweet about this. Wait, I'll find it. What? Why did we pause? Are you looking at something?
Me? What?
Yeah, you said pause.
Did I?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
Oh. Oh my god. So I just made a tweet being like, okay, apparently now we have an alternate B movie in the GTC universe that is gender swapped. So Rumi plays Barry B. Benson.
Barry with an I.
Barry with an
Feel free to use that and then tell everybody I said it. Be in the Twitter shenanigans. I just
Yeah.
wanna know that something's going down over there and I'm kind of included.
Yeah. There's a lot going on over here. Anyways, let's keep going. I just like saw the B movie and I was like, not here
Rose
too.
sent a meme the other day, and it was that picture of Ruby smiling, raising up from behind, behind a picture of Gino. It was like
Jamie.
It was like Polytric's Twitter and then Jamie.
Yes, I saw that. She put that on Twitter as well. Yeah. That is kind of the vibe right now. That is kind of the vibe. Anyways, let's keep going. It's so dire. It's so bad. And it's not just Polytric's Twitter anymore, because sometimes Jamie breaks containment and just like starts trending. Like in general, like a tweet of his starts trending. Like, wait, I'll share the tweet he made recently that like went crazy viral. It had like 20,000 likes or something. It was crazy.
Sometimes Jamie breaks containment. It's a crazy sentence.
Sometimes Jamie breaks containment. Yeah. Wait. I'ma say it loud. Okay, here. So this is the tweet, and it has 32,000 likes right now. It has 32,000 likes. Having a femme girlfriend is not for the weak because I've been asked, when are you getting me pregnant? Would you brush my eyelashes for me? Do you love me? Why aren't you getting me pregnant right now in the same 4-second span? And it has 32,000 likes.
Me and Chris have had the conversation of just like, it's so hard to be femme, and I'm so glad that I am not that.
Real. What do you have to say?
She's like struggling with her hair and her makeup, and I'm like, thank God that I don't have to do that. I'm sorry you're struggling. I will emotionally support you, but Jesus.
Is Chris here right now? Chris and her hair products. Oh yeah, it's so. Anyways, I'll keep going.
Beautiful hair.
Chris's beautiful hair, beautiful hair. LMAO, listen.
Beautiful lady.
Beautiful lady. Listen, what are you saying, Chris?
We're listening.
We're listening, and I'm gonna drink some more water. Chris's hair is gorgeous.
My hair is wild. I gotta tame it.
Wait. My hair is wild. I gotta tame it, and that happens to take like 45 minutes daily. That's so. I mean, I have curly hair, but it's not. I mean, I use a product sometimes, but I'm like not as.
Like one time when I was over there, she was like, "It's so hard to be femme," and so now that's what I say every time she's struggling with anything.
It's so hard to be
It's
femme.
so hard to be femme.
You have curly hair in Florida. That is very real. My roommate also, like, he has wavy hair, but whenever he goes back to Florida, it gets like really like more curlier than wavier. But yeah, I get that. Curly hair is hard, but it's also hot as hell. So you
I have
gotta.
wavy hair, and Chris was like, "I like how long it is right now because it's like it's finally grown out a little bit from my last haircut. It's like the good length right now."
Okay. Oh my god.
Continue.
Sorry, I thought I was gonna burp. Okay. I don't have the patience for my curls. That used to be me for a long time. Wait. Sorry, that was a burp. Sometimes I'll just burp in singing class and my teacher will just like start laughing like crazy. Okay. Perfect. So, do you guys like animated movies like more than regular ones? We like good movies and movies with good soundtracks. Rumi's a musical nerd. Mira answered, leaning back against the counter. We will watch anything to give it a try. I have a DVD collection of 2000 movies I liked, but left them back at my dad's when I moved here for school. She brightened. Oh, and you still owe me a Barbie movie marathon. Soon? Absolutely. I'm so up for that. Dinner, then cookies, then unceremoniously being sat between the two girls while the B movie played in front of her, and Zoe just took it all in. A voice in her head worried over tomorrow, but she focused on now, on the two warm bodies unintentionally cradling her between them, on Mira's restrained chuckles, on Rumi's voice cracking jokes. She'd meant it. She'd figured she'd be too tired to finish a whole movie. Around the time Barry is getting slapped around by Adam, she lets her eyes flutter. Rumi must have felt the weight shift because she had an arm around Zoe's shoulder and pulled her a bit closer so she could lay her head onto hers. She had barely turned her head to whisper, "Sleep well, Zoe." She didn't want to, only because she wanted to stay here in this moment with these two incredible women. She didn't want to wake up and be the reason everything changed. She turned her head just a bit to be able to press her ear against Rumi's chest, aiming to let a soothing heartbeat lull her into sleep. But Rumi's heart was beating fast, not racing, but not resting either. It made Zoe pause before she shifted her head again to ignore it, ignore the ideas that popped up in her mind about what it could mean, ignore the hope she didn't want building in her heart. Not yet. So instead, she breathed out, closed her eyes, and let sleep take her.
Cuddles.
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 And the next part is just, I'm just going to take a little note. The next part is the confession. The confession. The confession. So I'm just gonna keep going because we already had that whole tangent. I won't take a break. She woke up in bed, in her room. Her room. That still felt weird to say. Blankets were carefully tucked all around her, and when she turned, she found Sebastian sitting up against the headboard. She let herself breathe for a moment, then got up, moved around, sluggishly, but still with purpose, dressed into a simple tee and sweats, then sat on her bed for another moment, glancing up at Sebastian. Wish me luck, son. Send me your strength. I'm gonna need it. He was silent, but Zoe found comfort in it anyway. She reached over to squeeze one of his stubby legs, then pushed off the bed and made her way out into the hallway, down the hall, and into the kitchen. There they were. They were there, sitting quietly next to each other. Mira saw her first, smiling softly as if saying, "There you are, and it's okay." Morning. Rumi smiled up at her too. I made you breakfast if you want to eat first. She gestured behind to a plate on the counter, still warm, with bacon and eggs and a bagel. Zoe nodded, trying not to cry again. She ate in silence, but Rumi and Mira talked casually about schedules, a few interviews Rumi had lined up, and new students Mira was taking on now that it was summer. Casual things to avoid being silent, but also avoid being pushy. She silently thanked them for that. When are they graduating? Like in a few weeks? I'm just trying to understand the timeline.
I just had it be the thing of just like they just finished up finals.
They finished finals.
In between finals and graduation.
Gotcha. Okay, so like 1 week, 2 weeks. Okay. When she was done, she stared at the plate for a minute before gently pushing it to the side and tucking one of her legs under her in the chair. Before you start, if there's anything we can do to make it easier for you to talk, Rumi asked. No, there isn't, but that's not your fault. Thank you. She shifted a bit. Step 1. I wanted to apologize first, again, for pushing you guys away. I'll never stop feeling bad about that. Not for not for a long while. It broke my heart, but I was really caught up in my own feelings. I can say that I should have done one thing or another, but that's not what I did. So it's important to me that you know that I was wrong for it, even if I was hurting. Mira nodded, hands twitching against the table as Zoe spoke. Rumi just stared gently, breathing even and calm. God. Step 2. In the same vein, I thank you. Thank you for being you, for being my friends, for being so kind to me through the last little stretch of school. You're the kind of people I wished for, people who got me, who just cared. She tensed a little bit. I haven't had that for a long time, and admittedly, I didn't really know what to do with it and how to trust it, but I do now, or I'm trying to. She looked up to meet their eyes. And I want to keep this, what we have, no matter what I say next. She puts all her soul into it with that line and notices the way their expressions shift to concern and confusion. Zoe, Rumi started, voice laced with sadness. No, please, because I know things aren't going to be exactly the same, even if you aren't. She paused. Even if you react the way I hope you will, it'll mean change. I just want you to know that that's okay, and I still want to be your friend. Both of them were silent, and Zoe cleared her throat again, picking at the aglets on her sweater on her sweats and looking down. I haven't heard that word in a long time. Since Phineas and Ferb. Since Phineas and Ferb.
The OG Aglet fans.
Hell yeah.
I do that all the time. Is like I have so many pairs of sweatpants and like even the hoodie I'm wearing right now.
Just
has
picking up the
aglets on it, and I just mess with them.
yeah. Halfway there, kinda. Step 3. I LMAO the song is we'll play the song maybe at the end. Uh,
That would be really cute.
that would be very fun. Step 3. I also lied to you guys. That morning when I didn't show up at the library, I wasn't sick. Actually, I was at the library. She paused, looking up to see if anger flowed, but no, they were listening, confused still, but patient. And, well, I guess this is the part that makes it awkward because well, Rumi's gotten me into the habit of being places early, so I was, and I saw you guys kiss. There was a piercing silence for a few moments, and Zoe didn't dare look at their faces. It's not there wasn't anything wrong, obviously, with being together. I don't know. It shocked me and I panicked and I went home. She forced herself to look upwards out the kitchen window. It makes sense, actually, with how you guys are, how long you've known each other, and all. I don't know why it shocked me so bad. I reacted poorly, and for a while, I didn't feel like facing you. So I lied, and it tore me up. She wiggled a little, nervously in her chair. Zoe, Mira sounded hurt and sad, and some other third thing Zoe couldn't quite place. Step 4. But it's also not just shock. It's also that I've been. God. She dragged her hands across her face. I feel guilty because not only have I been lying, but I was flirting with both of you. I've been crushing on you both so hard, and then I realized I was messing with something already there, so I just wanted to remove myself. She didn't look up, couldn't. I've never liked more than one person at a time before, and I thought I could be normal about it, but I can't, especially now knowing that you're together. Fuck. I even started writing a song about it as an outlet. She threw her head back, now looking at the ceiling. You guys mean so much to me, and I'm sorry I couldn't just be okay, but it's eating me alive. So, I mean, I had to say something, even if you hate me, which I don't think you will, but but I do know it's weird, and so I don't blame if you need to. We were too quiet, barely there, like a ghost. Zoe snapped her head back forward, surprised to see both of their faces looked soft, shocked, but soft. Rumi had spoken, so Zoe furrowed her brows. What? Voice almost cracking at the weight of the word. Rumi flushed red. We were too. Ru? Mira tried, turning her head, but then facing Zoe again, before turning the other way and leaning over in her chair, face in one hand. Fuck. You. What? Flirting with you. We were too. Both of us. Each word is a bit more insistent than the last. Zoe blanks. Her arms fall loose to her sides, and she just stares at Rumi, into her eyes. Then she's looking at Mira, face in her hands like she was embarrassed instead of horrified. What is happening right now? Intentionally, Rumi adds suddenly. We both, she taps at Mira, who shoots upwards with a face just as red as Rumi's. Mira, help me? Her voice was weak and pleading. Me? Me? Help? Mira scoffed, leaning back in her chair and looking at Zoe for a moment, before turning away again with a groan. God, Zoe, don't look at me like that. Like what? What is. Huh? She laughed nervously. Did Rumi just say they were flirting with her? Is that what. We like you too. Rumi finally manages, almost a wheeze. Shit, sorry. This was like not the conversation I thought we were having. Mira laughs out loud into her hands. Zoe is laughing too, if only out of shock and wonder and a bit of fear. You you like me, Rumi? Yes. No, wait, Mira, we both do. We just She shakes her head. We've been trying to tell you since the hibachi place. It was such a disaster. She moved her hand forward a bit and then back in front of her, Zoe registering that she's attempting to reach for her. Like, God, Zoe, we like you so much. Mira is dying. Zoe huffs, turning. Oh my God, Mira's dying right now. I'm fine. The girl laughs, sitting up more, but with her face still in her hands. Rumi turned, hands landing on Mira's shoulders. Babe, please. I was not ready for this, she whines. Zoe laughed, loud and bright and impossible. This was so stupid. None of them could form a proper sentence. Both Rumi and Mira were blushing so hard they might as well explode, and here she was. They liked her, both of them, and they were idiots. Her idiots. She was smiling so hard it hurt, but stood up, moving over to try and get Mira to breathe. Mir, come on, it's okay. A gentle hand on the girl's back, while Rumi did the same on the other side. That was Zoe, sorry. More groaning from the tallest girl, now so small in the chair. Mira, you're so. Rumi was laughing, and I thought I was nervous. Jesus. I wasn't. I didn't. Mira turned to Rumi, hands gone now with furrowed brows, before turning to Zoe with an unguarded look. I didn't. I kind of. I figured if you were even. That it would be Rumi, not me. Zoe melted, wrapping her arms around the taller girl. Well, it isn't. A surprisingly peaceful silence stretched on, only disturbed by heavy breathing as all the three girls took their time. Rumi spoke first. That was embarrassing. Yeah, Zoe smiled. For all of us, Mira grumbled. They all laughed, easy and tired and light. Zoe shifted, letting Mira go and just looking at them. It wasn't long before they both met her eyes. I don't I don't exactly know how to do this, like a relationship, especially with two people, but I want to. I just probably need a little guidance. Mm. I've only kissed people before and it wasn't even I've never had people like you two, people I really cared about, just like makeout sessions with people I hardly knew. Damn, Mira groaned. I was hoping one of us would be your first kiss. Wishful thinking, but you'll be the first to mean something. Mira was looking at her again, then covering her face with her hands. Okay, you can't just say stuff like that. Rumi was focused still, though, eyes back to being familiar and soft. We haven't cared this much about someone else before either. It was kind of jarring, but worth it. So don't worry about not knowing. We can figure it out together. She looked back to the side, then back up. I guess this is where we ask to go out with you? Like on a date? Zoe asked quietly. Rumi nodded, like a real romantic style date. Mira was finally looking back up at her too, with a look that made her stomach flutter. She looked between them, hope and nerves and gentle smiles. I'd love that, she managed, hands clasping together over her stomach to ground herself. And they both smiled so wide she wanted to scream. Tea!
I had to make them losers. It's required.
Period. Contemplate.
So happy. It's just like,
Aww. Contemplated leaving this off where Rumi says we were two, but decided to not be that evil quite yet. I can save my angst energy for later. You've all been very patient, fishies.
I was gonna be a little shit.
Mm.
Decided not to.
Good. Also, reminder: I'm on Tumblr. I post snippets of upcoming chapters and bullshittery. And this chapter is dedicated.
I am a little shit on Tumblr. I do that.
Yeah. And this chapter is dedicated to that one person who recommended my fic on TikTok. I saw that you sneaky little eel. Inconspicuous Turtles is the name. I keep staring at the video longingly. I expect another post for this chapter, or I'm coming for you. Inconspicuous Turtles? I don't know that. Do I know that person?
I think they also go by
Crouton. Oh, wait. I feel like I've seen Crouton. I feel like I've seen Crouton.
They post like every time like certain fics update, they'll like do like a summary, and then they'll be like, "This chapter was so good, and this was what happened. Spoiler warning. Go read it."
Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Okay. Don't know when the next chapter will be. I'm switching gears to learning to love for a bit. I'm probably starting on chapter 3 or first, second, and third times the charm. But don't worry, fishies. This AU is my shit. I constantly think about it. And you lied. And you lied.
I did lie.
And you lied bad.
Bad read.
Bad Reef. Oh my god. Okay.
Next thing I post will be chapter 23 of Learning to Love. I am determined.
That's a huge win for me. That's a huge win for me, and you know it.
It's just for Artie. I'm dedicating chapter 23 to Artie.
Hey, let's go! Let's go. I'm a special little one. I'm a special little one.
You're very special, Artie. You love so much.
I'm gonna find Inconspicuous Turtles on TikTok real quick. For reasons, obviously. Crouton.
God forbid a girl want a little bit of soul bonding. God forbid.
Listen. It's crazy that you decide to make them soul bond. It's crazy to me. And it's like, I was reading it and I was like, this makes so much sense. It's crazy that no one else has done that. And I'm like, this is everything. This is so everything.
I did want to say, I was looking at it the other day, is the Artist Boys and Pretty Girls has hit 61,000.
Nice,
They're
nice.
both way more popular than I thought they would be.
Okay.
I feel like when I drop my bar AU, everybody's gonna go nuts for that.
I'm excited for that one. I think it'll be
I
fun.
know. I think it's at like 3,000 words right now, but I'm expecting it to be somewhere between like 6 and 10.
So that'll be a one shot or multi-chapter?
It'll be a one shot. If you get golden cheese, yes, I love cheese.
I love cheese. Oh, the next chapter is called All Very New, All Very Familiar. That's very cute. I think I'm gonna put my hair up, y'all, because it's hot in here. Like my radiator is going crazy. it's hot as fuck in this fuck ass room that I'm in. Oh my god.
This hot ass fuck ass room that I'm in. Spread the cheese propaganda, absolutely.
All the time. It's hot as fuck. No, like our radiator is going crazy. Like it was freezing. It's always freezing in this room at night, and then it goes crazy during the day. And I'm like, what's the reason? Oh, so stupid. For why?
It's like cold. My room is always cold, but then I like snuggle up in the blankets, so it's fine. I'm just a cozy little guy. Fun fact. Especially since Chris gave me the weighted blanket she gave me, I'm just snug as a bug.
That's nice. That does sound nice. The official account. Sorry, I'm gonna take a little break and I'm checking my Twitter before I. Guys, the mugs are arguing in my comments. The mugs are arguing in my comments.
The mugs?
Reef, you don't understand how crazy the candy floss situation has gotten. We have roleplay accounts for their mugs.
I think this has gone too far.
I think it has gone too far. More like Cup of Zoe, am I right? That's the worst joke I've ever fucking heard. Hater alert, hater, hater, hater. Can you two stop fighting for once? No, I'm trying to be civil, but someone won't have that. I'm asking you to get along because it's hurting me. Poor Zoe's cup, Zoe's mug. Okay, I'll try to be civil for you. Yeah, we have M's mug, we have R's mug, and we have Z's mug. Because they made mugs during this like pottery painting class. and
They did a pottery episode. I remember this.
Yes, and
I
now
remember seeing fan art of it on Tumblr.
oh, I see. And yeah, now they're arguing in my comments. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, it's so funny. There's roleplay accounts for the mugs, for the tattoos, and for the locket. And listen, that locket account spouts poetry, and I am eating that shit up. Anyways, let's go back.
Everybody's always like, what's in the locket? And I was like, I don't know.
You don't know, and when you find out, I think it's gonna, well, you're probably gonna like start reading once it gets better, and that that doesn't seem to be happening for a while. Listen, but the angst is so good. Not in front of my Dave and Buster's. Oh my god. Not in front of the children. Sebastian. Sebastian. Okay, chapter 10. All very new, all very familiar. Summary. Talking is very important. Feelings are a lot. Also, stupid gay idiots are my fave. I love your summaries. They're so silly. Stupid gay idiots. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. Zoe stared at the blank spot on the couch between them. She'd sat down with them after their talk in the kitchen, mostly silent. But now that the shock of, oh my god, they like me, has worn off, she was curious. I have a few questions. Mira and Rumi focused back on her instead of opposite sides of the room like they had been doing. Sure, Mira responded. Ask away, Rumi said, half blending in with Mira as she spoke. She smiled at how quickly they extended themselves open to her. How long have you two been together? Together or dating? Mira countered. Because I'd say that's a big difference. Rumi looked at her with a raised eyebrow. Mira caught the look with a gesturing with her hand. Babe, we've been kissing since 8th grade, but we've only been girlfriends since your sophomore year of college. When you called me that in front of Bobby that one time. That's crazy. That's 6 years?
Listen, I never said that they were bright, alright? They were smart.
They're so stupid. 6 years, bro. I mean, did they have like a hiatus or something? Everyone should be kissing their friends all the time. I was saying that. I came home the other day and all my friends were drunk in the living room and they were like, Zara, kiss us, kiss us. So I do go by that. I stand by that. Just kiss the homies, guys. Okay. Rumi's eyes went wide. Do you consider that our anniversary? You don't? Mira seemed genuinely shocked. Zoe wanted to laugh, but instead reached out her hands in an attempt to catch their attention again. Okay, I didn't think I was going to start an argument. Rumi turned to her, eyes concerned. Not an argument, I'm just. She faced Mira again. I thought we started dating when you had the fight with your dad about not going to college. You stayed in my room for a week despite Celine protesting, and she flushed a bit. I thought when you asked to stay with me forever. Mira's eyes widened but softened at the same time, naturally reaching over and patting at Rumi's cheek. Well, I meant it, but I didn't think that was the start. Mira turned back to Zoe, blinking a few times and clearing her throat. Let's say nearly 3 years of dating, officially, as girlfriends. Zoe nodded, setting her hands on either side of herself and thinking, and
Situationship.
and I will just think the lines have probably always been a bit blurry. She smiled nervously at them and almost giggled at how they both nodded but flushed. Not in a messy way though, Rumi managed. More in a it kind of always felt like we were. Okay, Zoe breathed. Then I guess next I'm curious about when I entered the conversation. She looked at Rumi first. Sorry, it's so funny that they don't even have an anniversary. They don't have an official anniversary.
They're stupid gay idiots, and they will continue to be stupid gay idiots.
They'll just every day is their anniversary and they celebrate it every day.
Yes, they celebrate it with as much
Exactly.
as they should.
Mm-hmm. Uh okay. The girl breathed in, turned to Mira, and she watched in real time as they both flushed redder and looked away, just like when she'd confessed not that long ago. She raised an eyebrow. Guys? I plead the fifth, Rumi huffed, still not looking at her. Zoe huffed. Oh my god, you two are actually embarrassed about liking me. No, not embarrassed about liking you, Mira defended, letting out a puff of air that sounded like frustration. Just, well, the first time we met, Rumi added, voice quiet and shy and, oh my god, oh my god. That first day with the insistence of driving her home, the phone numbers, the immediate and somewhat off putting but sweet offer to pick her up and drive her around. That was all flirting? Zoe gasped, leaning forward on her knees. All of it? Mira was still flushed, but laughed out loud. Yeah, she managed, amused. You were so cute, Zoe. We couldn't help it. The second you were out of the car, Mira was teasing me the whole ride home about it. Rumi groaned, face in her hands. I'm so upset, I'm going to scream. Zoe huffed, crossing her arms. Here I was, an idiot, thinking, oh no, how could two really attractive girls like me at the same time? And you were flirting from day one? Mira laughed harder. A reasonable crash out. Mira laughed harder, leaning forward, eventually reaching out to grab at one of Zoe's hands. Well, trust me, Zoe, we had plenty of talks about, how could a pretty girl possibly like both of us? So it's fair. No, not fair at all, she argued, but a hint of a giggle snuck into her tone. I don't know how to read flirting. You were toying with me. Ah! She didn't pull away the hand Mira had gripped, still huffing when she realized Mira was smiling, eyes bright, and her thumb was tracing over the back of her knuckles. She blinked, then blushed, turned away, and frowned. Still toying with me. We're just really bad at this, aren't we? Rumi interrupted, chuckling a bit. Maybe we need a second to breathe, she suggested, looking at Mira. Just as she spoke, and as Mira opened her mouth to form a response, Mira's phone began vibrating on the table, and the taller girl frowned, having to pull her hand away from Zoe's. It took a moment, but even before she had grabbed her phone, her eyes widened. Oh shit. What? I have a class to teach in half an hour. I gotta go. Shit. God, I lost track of time. She scrambled up, shooting down the hall to her room, leaving Rumi and Zoe sitting and staring off after her. Zoe frowns. Wait, I wasn't done with you! Mira is jogging back out of the hallway with a duffel bag, stopping only briefly to lean down with a hand on Zoe's shoulder. You can interrogate me more later, Zoe, promise. Then she brushes a hand against one of Rumi's before shooting out the door. Silence was left behind, if only for a moment. Rumi slowly turned back to her with a nervous smile. Guess it's us for a couple of hours then. The smaller girl huffed. I guess. She paused, then slumped forward, her mind shifting from their new relationship to work. God, work. Man, I can't believe I have to find a job now. Like, an adult job. You don't have to worry about that, like, right now, though, Rumi argued. Girl, I haven't had an adult job, and I'm 23. I don't have an adult job.
I keep forgetting that we are basically the same age, Artie. I keep forgetting.
That happened to me with Rose because Rose is 24, and I was like, wait, why did I think of you as much older for a second? It's very funny. No, technically, but I hate sitting still. The last 2 days were nice for settling and getting my feelings out, but I don't like not doing things. It makes me nervous, makes me feel like I'm not being productive enough. She was looking down at her fingers, twitching against each other before she sighed. I hated my job at that breakfast place, but it kept me busy, and the money was decent. Rumi nodded, her posture relaxing. Do you want me to give you something to do? We could go for a ride. If it's bothering you, I can find something for you to help. Zoe's mouth twitched into a smile. You're very sweet, thank you. Maybe, but I meant it when I said I had more questions. She looked up to meet Rumi's eyes, focused in for a minute, then shifted from sitting on the table to the couch, pressed up against Rumi just enough for their thighs to be touching. Like if you've ever had another partner besides me or Mira? No, not like this, Rumi answers. I've dated, went out with a few guys here and there. Girls have been a bit hard for me to, I don't know, but it's usually one offs, with the exception of Ginu, but that was only like 2 weeks. He's better as a friend. And Mira? She likes to flirt. She'll go out some nights to clubs, never goes past kissing though. It's just about having the freedom for her, I think. Our parents were so stifling that she likes knowing she's not trapped like that anymore. And she always comes home to me. Rumi turned more towards her. I haven't seen her be serious about someone else until you. Her heart betrayed her at that sentence, not quite skipping, but tightening in her chest. So I'm the first? First to first that both of you crushed on? Yeah, yes, Rumi managed. At least at the same time. There was this one girl in high school who went through a phase change, vibe change. I feel like there's a word for it. Style? Anyway, she was kind of goth, and Mira really liked her, and she shifted out of it, and I liked her after that. Sweet girl, either way. We just had different tastes at the time. Zoe hummed. But you both like my vibe? You have this energy about you. Yeah. It's like looking at the sun and you don't mind your eyes burning up for it. Rumi said this casually, like that wasn't stupidly romantic or sweet. Oh my god. Um
Artie's gonna die.
so so in protest, she attempted to do the same. You guys are always looking out for me. With you, Rue, I just know you'll listen to me. Like I could go on and on about any stupid thing and you'd pay attention, ask questions, and know me. She paused. You both make me feel like I'm not too much. Mira's good at keeping me engaged, focused, even when my brain goes a mile a minute. Rumi's eyes softened, just like Zoe had seen dozens of times before. Of course, I want to know you. You're amazing. Zoe's mouth shut, and she couldn't find anything to say. So she groaned, throwing her head back on the couch. Rumi made a worried noise, and Zoe's arm shot out to block her from speaking. Shut up! Embarrassing. Rumi laughed against her hand, taking one of her own to grab at it and push it back onto the top of her own thigh. You're also really pretty, you know? I like your freckles and your hair. Mira doesn't shut up about your eyes. She groaned louder. It made Rumi laugh again. And what if I said I love your laugh? Zoe managed, intending to sound more challenging, but against her will, it came out soft and serious. The other girl paused, not blushing, but with serious eyes, like she was searching to make sure Zoe meant it. Before a grin broke out on her face, and she squeezed Zoe's hand. You do? God, Zoe cackled, leaning away before bumping back into Rumi's shoulder. Yeah, I really do. They stayed like that for several minutes before Rumi spoke again. I have a question for you. Zoe turned, meeting her eyes once again. Yeah? Rumi looked nervous, but met her eyes anyway, and the smaller girl could see the determination in them. It was really cute. Me and Mira have known each other forever. You know that. We know basically everything about each other. We will both be learning with you, about you. And I guess I've already been worried about it, even before this morning, but she looked down, bringing their joined hands up in between them. Physical touch is pretty important to me, and I want to ask if there's any specific boundaries you have. We've hugged and cuddled and held hands now, but I don't want to be asking myself if I'm too much every time I want to touch you. So, if there's like a spot you hate to be touched, or if you are uncomfortable with something right now that you just need time to be okay with, I want to know. We love it. We love to see it. We love to see it.
We love communication.
Communication, baby. Zoe's chest seized and she froze, looking between Rumi's gentle face and their hands intertwined with care. It apparently made Rumi nervous, or perhaps made her feel like she hadn't been clear. Mira sometimes doesn't like it when I wrap my hands around from behind and end up brushing against her body. I think it makes her feel vulnerable. That and she's ticklish, and I kind of have a thing about my neck sometimes. So I'm just asking if there's somewhere I should avoid when I want to be affectionate. Her voice took on that nervous tilt, and she cleared her throat a little bit, shifting her hips on the couch. Zoe? Oh, sorry. She didn't know why, but she didn't know how to respond. Nobody had ever asked her a question like that. Gentle, real, and genuine. Rumi really wanted to make her comfortable, and it hit something deep within her. She let out a huff of breath that sounded like the beginning of a sob and took a sharp intake of breath immediately after, trying to form some sort of response to this totally healthy but altogether overwhelming question. But no, instead, she squeezed the hand in her grip hard and muttered out, I think I need to go to my room for a minute. Rumi blinked, but let go of her hand, and Zoe shakily stood and made her way back to her room. She needs to think. She's a little nervous. She needs to think. Yeah.
I'm a little nervous.
Yes. My alarm went off, so I'm gonna do something and I'll be back in like a minute, okay? I'll be right here.
I'm being left alone with the chat. Oh,
No. Oh
Hi,
god.
guys.
Do you hear me right now?
Are we projecting, Reef? God forbid a girl projects every now and then. Okay, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Reef the babysitter. Don't put me in charge of your babies. Hi, Reef. Hi. Chief.
Okay, I'm back. When I said 1 minute, I meant 1 minute.
Like literally a second.
Literally a second.
I am on AO3 under the same name.
Reef writing.
It is all my stuff is on there. I have 13 fics now in K-pop Demon Hunters. Like 8 of them are one shots, but
Reef is in her Steve Harrington era. It lasted like 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Yeah, if you haven't.
Chris has got me starting to watch Stranger Things, and I finished season 1 last night.
You've never watched Stranger Things?
Nope.
That's crazy.
If you want amusement, you can text Chris. She's been taking notes about all the shit I say.
That's so
when I'm
funny.
watching, and my reactions are apparently hilarious. No, OMG, I have notes from her. It's so funny.
Please send them to me. Please send them to me. I love
Chris
that.
thinks I'm funny, chat. Chris finds me hilarious. It's great.
That's kind of gay.
Why is it goopy? No. It's
It's like-
why is it squishy? It's why is it squishy? Alright. These notes must be made public.
Not me third wheeling Reef and Chris in my own live.
Yes, squishy. I say the word squishy, not goopy. Get it right. Well, I was like hyper fixated on them giving Hopper lobotomies yesterday. I was just they go through all that shit and then they get him in a car, a suspicious government car, and I'm like, oh, just hop in real quick. You just gotta go for a quick lobotomy, and it's fine.
Danny, you're a real one for that. No, here's the thing. I love being a third wheel. I third wheel my roommates all the time. It's great. It's great. I love being a third wheel. I was joking. Get it for a quick lobotomy. Okay.
Chris, you need to release the documents to the public.
And by public, she means me. I'm the public. I'm the public. Specifically me.
Group lobotomy. I forgot about that. Group lobotomy. I think after the episode was over, I said 2-for-1 lobotomies.
What is this about lobotomies? We're talking about Stranger Things. I
don't want to do spoilers, but if you want to talk about Stranger Things later, I finished season 1 and we did the first episode.
No, you're good. I have very complicated feelings about Stranger Things. I think I really liked the first 2 seasons, and then I think it went downhill. Season 4 I was kind of annoyed with. I don't know, I have complicated feelings, but like I thought it would have been so good. It would have been best if they just like did the first season and stopped. I am of that belief. Unfortunately. So if there's any Stranger Things super fans right now, please don't throw tomatoes at me. Please don't throw tomatoes at me. This is not a Stranger Things.
Tomatoes at Artie ever. Her opinions are always correct.
No, my opinions are not always correct. They're just opinions, and they belong to me. Here's the thing. There are parts that I like in all seasons.
You better stop.
Robin, though, Artie. Okay, I do love Robin. Here's the thing. There are parts that I like, and I love Max. I love Max with all my heart. I don't know. They're just things. I don't know. Overall, I feel like there was some unnecessary stuff, especially in the last season. I think the last season is where it got really like, I don't know. I don't care about it as much anymore. And they like really started.
Max will be Reef's favorite character. I've known her for like half a minute.
Yeah, I think you will really like Max. I love Max. Oh, I think I know what you mean.
So.
And you will love Robin, I think. Robin is great. Robin and Steve, man, they're awesome. I love their.
Walk him down Wheeler right now. Nancy like fired the gun for the first time, and I was like, whoa.
Nancy firing a gun. Nancy is her favorite right now.
Sorry to go on a.
No, it's all good. It's all good. We can keep
Nancy,
going.
Walk him down Wheeler.
Nancy and her guns, am I right? Yeah.
A girl with some guns. God forbid.
You will like Max. I saw Sadie perform in John Proctor as the villain. She's really, really good in that as well.
Her and her strangely ugly and pretty brother, I assume. He's like weirdly ugly and pretty at
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Um. Okay, awesome. I'm just gonna keep going, y'all. Billy.
Yes.
Listen.
Is that his name? I don't think we got
Yeah.
his name in the first episode.
Why are we forgetting Eddie?
They just said, "Look at that ass." Who's Eddie?
Don't, y'all. Reeve hasn't gotten there yet. Reeve hasn't gotten there
I
yet.
literally only watched the first season.
Uh-oh. I spill water on me.
Yeah, I finished season 2, episode 1 last night, and then I had to crash out. To go to bed.
Conked out.
Alright,
Anyways.
back to fanfic.
Roomy with pretzels, guys. Wait. Did someone post Roomy with pretzels? No. Okay, anyway, I'm back. We're back. Too much tangent. Rumi sat there alone for several minutes, replaying the conversation in her head and trying to ask herself if she'd done something wrong. It had been respectful, hadn't it? Had she crossed some invisible emotional line? She wasn't worried too much. Zoe hadn't just run off. She knew where she was. Rumi needed space sometimes, for many different reasons. Zoe was allowed that too, but it didn't mean she didn't feel bad. Felt like she'd said something wrong. But she knew if Mira was here, she'd say something gentle yet firm into the space. Something like, everything's new. We don't have to understand each other on day one. Or she probably just needs a minute to think about a response that makes sense. And something she'd love to hear personally. She might be embarrassed because the answer is no. She's perfectly fine with however you touch her. So she just sat for a while before deciding she didn't want to sit still anymore and made her way out into the garage. Not for anything in particular, just to do something. She ended up fussing around with the helmets, putting the pack talks on their chargers, and just sitting on her bike for several minutes, hands on the gas tank to ground herself. Eventually, she heard faintly from somewhere inside Zoe call for her. Rumi, you still there? She stumbled off the bike, paused to settle her nerves, then shouted back, In the garage, Zoe! Just a minute later, Zoe was opening the door, looking calmer than before and glancing at Rumi with some kind of soft look in her eye. Are you okay? Yeah, just wanted to give you your space. Zoe nodded, shifting on her feet. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't. She inhaled slowly. I didn't know what to say, mostly because outside of like friendly touches, I don't know much. So I don't really know if I'm sensitive or don't like to be touched anywhere. She met Rumi's eyes. I know I like it when you hold me though, and I trust you to read me when something's not right. You and Mira are good at that, knowing I'm not okay without me saying it. She took a few steps forward into Rumi's space. I also, I've never had someone care that much about what I feel. And I'm guessing this won't be the only time it might make me overwhelmed. But I'm not mad at you. I want you to know that. I really appreciate how gentle you are about everything, actually. Rumi softened and smiled. I wouldn't want you to feel any other way. I know. Zoe giggled, then leaned forward, wrapping her arms around Rumi's midsection and pulling her tight into a hug. I'm glad to be here. The taller girl hummed, pleased that Zoe was really okay. Without thinking about it too hard, one hand moved from Zoe's lower back to run through her hair, and she sighed wistfully at the soft feeling of it on her fingers. Are you playing with my hair right now? It's soft, she says back, not defensively, but like it's a fact. Careful, hair play makes me sleepy, Zoe warns, giggling again. You want to take a nap? I know this morning was a lot emotionally. We could lie on the couch, cuddle. She couldn't fight the hopefulness in her voice. not when her body was buzzing at getting to hold her close. Zoe was quiet for a few seconds before humming. That sounds nice.
Cutie patooties.
Zowumi, my loves. I'm gonna keep going.
Moments.
Zowumi moments. By the time Rumi heard the door opening a few hours later, she was comfortably sandwiched between the couch right below her and a soft, snoring Zoe on top of her. She didn't care when or how that had happened. She was just content to be holding the girl. She got her own personal weighted blankets. Mira's keys landed in the tray at the front, and a half tired, "I'm home," emerged from her mouth. Rumi smiled, lifting and waving her hand up and over the side of the couch, and gestured her girlfriend over. If she hadn't been trapped where she was, she would have puffed out her chest with pride. The clanking is frying me. Click, 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 click. ASMR. The taller girl leaned
Turn my
over.
mic off when I type.
Oh. The taller girl. The click, 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 clackety clack. The taller girl leaned over the back of the couch, about to say something, when she finally registered where Zoe was. Is she asleep on you? She murmured, lips pulling into a smile. Sure is. I asked a nap. She's so soft, Mir. One of Rumi's hands was still gently playing with black waves, while the other, the one she'd waved with, was now resting on the back of the girl's neck. Like, I'm so cozy right now. I can see that, lover girl. She grinned, then moved to the edge of the couch so she could lean over and kiss Rumi's forehead, then around a bit more to kneel at her side. Is she okay? I was expecting my interrogation. Rumi nodded. We talked for a bit longer after you left. Not much, though. I think she didn't want to not include you. She seemed hesitant. She smiled as Mira's hand came up to rub gently at the girl's shoulders. She likes us. Yeah? Both of us. Mira's eyes turned to meet Rumi's, and she didn't have the heart to mention her secret doubts. This was enough right now. She does. We have to make the perfect first date, Rumi said, more serious. I cannot stress the importance. What are you thinking? She moved a hand to affectionately rub her thumb over Rumi's forehead, tilting her head to listen. Well, you've been to the arcade. Doesn't mean we can't go there. No, but I want to take her somewhere new, she said, quieter. And I've already taken her to the cafe, out on the bike, etc., etc. She smiled. So I'm thinking, go karts. Let's go. Mira raised a brow. Go karts? Go karts. Like, take her up to that really nice track place over the state line. She smiled. It was so fun when I went with Ginu. I think she'd like it. The taller girl hummed, moving her hand again to rub between Zoe's shoulders. You really think she'd like that? I think she has a hidden need for speed that needs to be unleashed. She deadpanned, but huffed into a giggle right after. She likes riding with me. You like four wheels. It's perfect. And there's that really good noodle place down the street from there. We can do lunch. Mira paused. I did like their food. Yeah, you did. Rumi grinned before looking back down at Zoe, who was making sleepy little pleased hums as Mira's hand ran down her back. I feel like I have a cat in my lap. Like, legally, I can't move. Definitely applies. Mira chuckled. Okay, I'm gonna shower and change, then I'll come back out and read for a bit. You okay? She's not squishing you, is she? Rumi tightened her hold. No, she's perfect right now where she is. Thank you. Dork. She kissed Rumi's head again and hesitated, looking at Zoe's head too for just a second before standing up and making her way down the hall. cutie pies. Wait. I'm gonna put on some chapstick because my lips are so dry right now.
My lips are dry.
My lips are dry and it shan't stay that way forever.
I got a message on Discord, and so I clicked over, and I forgot that you could hear my clickies.
Clicky.
Just like,
I'm gonna turn
God
on
forbid
my
girl
light
wants
as
some
well.
clicky keys, all right? God forbid.
Okay.
I do have a keyboard that isn't clicky, but that's no fun.
That's not fun. You need to. I mean, my keyboard isn't clicky because it's just my Mac keyboard, but like, I love a clicky keyboard. I've never drawn. Wait, is Cheese making a little drawing?
We have another fan art coming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, guys, do you want some ASMR?
Please. I'm gonna take note of something.
Reef ASMR.
Reef Samar. Reef Smar. Reef Smar.
Reef Smar.
Lol. Okay.
I have plenty of little knickknacks I could probably do, like. The clickies are more chapters incoming.
It's silly, not really a fan art, more of a fan doodle. It's okay. We have a stick figure Rumi holding a pretzel right now, and we have a stick figure Zoe backpack moments. So like
more chapters, babe. Chris, I have to give Artie what she wants first.
God forbid a girl won her soul bonding smut chapter. God forbid. God forbid. Oh my God. It was so dire when I read the ending of chapter 22. And the beginning of that chapter was like, oh my God, I'm giving you guys what you want. And they didn't do it.
I'm already. Oh, you just want more of my
Heard.
Okay, so whatever I do is a win for Chris. Perfect.
Oh, JJ, I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't know if you joined this through the TikTok or I posted or if it popped up on your FYP. But I am here with renowned fanfic author Reef Writing, and she is writing a new smut chapter for another fic of hers, and I'm like, gimme.
My most popular fic is The Artist for the Pretty Girls, which most people know.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have another one that is post canon called Writing to Love Really Love, and Artie wants the next chapter.
I want the next chapter.
A lot of people want the next chapter really bad, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the next thing I'm gonna post. That is the next thing I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long it will take me, but that is the next thing I'm doing.
No, I joined this because I fucking love Reef and the fic she writes, but I just joined and you're like, smart. I mean,
the next two things I'm writing, I think are smart. So
thank God.
I have to write chapter 23 of Learning to Love, and then I have to finish my smut fic.
Yes, you do. You.
I owe Chris that from very, very long ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was a promise I made.
Mm-hmm. It's a really cute one. It is very heavy on consent and communication, and it's really good, and you should check it out. It's very good. It's called
Chris, I've been busy.
Yeah, you've been going through shit.
To Chris's house, and she was like, I need you to sit in the room and write.
Right, you're smart. It's so funny.
She's gonna lock me in her car. I can't get out of her car because of her.
She's gonna hold you captive. Sit in my office and write.
We were making the joke of passenger prisoner instead of passenger prisoner.
Yes.
Because she has to let me out of her car.
Yeah. It's so funny. It is very funny. Y'all are cute. Okay, I'm just gonna.
If you see me and I can't get out of the car, don't worry. I'm right where I want to be.
That's kind of gay of you. And she likes it. Guys, why am I literally third wheeling Chris and Reef right now?
You're not third wheeling queen. Go up.
No, I love it. Please don't take me. Please don't take me away. I love it. Okay. I'll keep going, y'all. Zoe woke up just after Mira had settled back down on the other end of the couch, absent-mindedly rubbing Rumi's calf while reading her book. Welcome back to the living, Rumi murmured. I was dead to the world, wasn't I? Indeed. Did I drool on you? Zoe asked, not moving at all to check. Rumi giggled, smoothing a hand over the girl's head. I wouldn't care if you did. Gross. She's had grosser things happen to her. Mira butted in, not looking up from her book, but she saw Zoe turn her head. Mira, you're home? The joy in her voice caught her attention, and she did look up, not prepared for the sleepy smile on her face. When did you get back? When did you get back? Still mumbled against Rumi's chest. Not long ago, she answered, trying to will her heart to settle. How's your class? She asked next, eyes still focused on Mira. Normal day. The kids were paying attention, so I wasn't having to bust out the teacher's voice. She smiled. You know, the slightly lower pitched one that scares kids but doesn't quite sound angry yet. I do not know, but I can imagine. Zoe giggled. I can imagine being a kid and having you as my teacher. I'd be intimidated. Intimidated? Because you're tall and brightly colored, and if I didn't know you like I do, you might look a little dead inside. She giggled again. No offense. Nah, I'm offended. You offended me. It was deadpanned.
Say that to your girlfriend.
It's so funny. I was talking to my mentor whose kids really love K-pop Demon Hunters, and I told him that I'm dressing up as Mira for Halloween, and he was like, "Oh, which one is that? The angry one?" And I was like, "She's not angry. She just has a resting bitch face. She does have a resting. She just has a resting bitch face. She just has a resting bitch face." Yeah.
She loves her girlfriends, alright?
She loves her girlfriends. She's a softie. Oh my god, I'm gonna be Zoe. Let's go. I have my wig
She
right
looks
here.
really good in her Zoe costume.
Slay.
She looks
Slay.
fantastic. She like hand sewed the top. It's great.
Period. Oh my god. I'm not that talented. I'm like kind of DIYing it, putting a lot of stuff together. Convince Reef to be Bobby. Reef is going to be Derpy. Reef is going to be Derpy though.
Well, I don't have time to like make the derpy
Damn.
to anymore.
Damn.
Christmas.
Then you should be
Not
Bobby.
Christmas, not Halloween. Jesus Christ.
Reef be Bobby. Reef be Bobby.
Fine.
It'll be so fun. Okay. It was deadpanned, and she.
Jeez, shut up. Jeez, shut up. Let your mouth. I misspoke one time. God forbid. I said Christmas instead of Halloween.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna perish.
No. No.
Embarrassed.
Whatever. It was deadpanned, and she turned back to her book, trying to hide her little smile. Offense taken. Rumi snorted, and Zoe gasped, stretching her foot out to grab her ankle. Don't kick me. Don't be a baby, Zoe countered. Back. Or what, little barnacle? She teased, smirking. Make me. Mira isn't prepared for Zoe to push herself up so fast or to twist, and she barely registers Rumi pulling her legs up toward away as Zoe flops towards her, and then Zoe is on her lap, sideways somehow. Mira is still holding her ankle loosely with her right hand, but it's the last thing on her mind when Zoe furrows her brows and meets her eyes with such intensity that Mira doesn't know what to do. I'll show you, Barnacle. Then she tucked as tight as possible into the taller girl's body. Release mine ankle, witch! Rumi cackled, letting her legs relax back against the couch, an arm reaching back to tuck under her neck so she could look at them with fondness. But Mira wasn't laughing. She didn't know what to feel. Zoe was warm from being asleep and pressed against Rumi. Her playful giggles tingled along her neck. One of Mira's hand frozen around the girl's ankle, and the other stuck out awkwardly as her brain failed to process that this was okay, having Zoe this close. Zoe chose to be this close. Like it had not been just this morning that they were all horrifyingly embarrassed after confessing their feelings. Where did the shyness go? You expect Zoe to be shy? You expect Zoe to be shy?
Done being shy.
Zoe's done being shy.
Just liked her, and she was like, okay.
Hi, Rose. Hi, Rose. Okay. She hadn't expected anything today, hadn't expected Zoe's affection to find her specifically. It was different to go from playful flirting to this. She hadn't ever been good at this. Rumi had been a slow, near painful buildup. So much trust and care had been built between them before they'd finally admitted they loved each other. Zoe, as a whole experience, was fast. What, 2 months they've known her? And now she was here, living with them, cuddling, loving them, well, liking them at least. Her comfort with them and in this house was a relief. But now it was sudden and overwhelming. Mira couldn't decide what to feel. Apparently, the emotions running through her were obvious to Rumi, who sat up again, trying to meet her eyes. Zoe was oblivious, just pressed against Mira like a blanket. Mira caught the movement of her girlfriend and blinked, frowning in panic more than anything. Rumi was fighting a laugh, she could tell, but she reached out to tap at Mira's hands, nodding, speaking without words. You can hold her, it's okay. She could breathe then, arms immediately falling to wrap around Zoe's waist. It took another few breaths, and she gained a sprinkle of her confidence. Well, you aren't beating the barnacle allegations like this, Zoe. Her voice still felt weak, but all she could do was hope Zoe couldn't read her like Rumi could. The smaller girl huffed. Well, you two are. Well, okay, whatever. Fine, I'm a barnacle. Sue me. She pulled out of Mira's neck. I'll find a comeback eventually. Believe you me. I'll hold you to that, Mira managed, head still spinning at how normal Zoe made this seem. She'd always felt like their dynamic, her and Zoe, as well as all three of them together, felt right. Even now, only hours after sharing their feelings, while the warmth was still lighting up her nerves, Zoe seemed settled into it, cuddling with Rumi and now her, and it was okay. Why it had Mira feeling so messy, she couldn't even say for sure herself. Rumi was scooting closer now, too, tucking herself under Zoe's legs and leaning against Mira's side. You guys are funny. Funny looking? Mira muttered in reflex, listening to both girls giggle against her at the joke. Oh, definitely. Every syllable laced fiercely with affection. Hey, Mira, what were you reading? Zoe asks, eyes finding the taller girls. Oh, you mean the book I was attempting to read before you decided to barnacle yourself over my body? That's the one, Zoe confirmed, a grin reappearing on her face. It's some romance book one of my coworkers lent me several weeks ago, she responded. You're reading a romance book? Mira's eyebrows furrowed. Yeah, why? Nothing, just thought you'd be more into like nonfiction. I don't know, not romance. She's much more romantic than she likes to admit. Last year on my birthday, she made this whole big display. No, you did all these flowers and she made dinner and this is slanderous. Sue me, Rumi challenged, looking back at Zoe. Anyway, the point is she's a big softie. Mira didn't respond. just closed her eyes and let out a long, low sigh. Zoe was laughing at her, then tucking herself back into her chest. Don't be grumpy, Mir. I'll stop teasing. Don't be grumpy, Mir. I'll stop teasing. I was just curious what you read. I like to read sci-fi most of the time, honestly. I was just trying something new, she said, quieter, one of her hands fidgeting with the edge of Zoe's shirt. I think I'd run out of things to read if I didn't. Fair. I read mostly comic books because I have a hard time with visuals. So I had to try and transition to shorter chapter books because I was running out of stuff. Zoe muttered. So I understand. I don't think I've ever seen Rumi open a physical book. Mira chuckled. I've never needed to, except for school stuff. I like audiobooks, a lot of random historical stuff. I just finished one about World War II. Oh my god, you're like every white middle-aged dad. World War II? Are you going to lecture me on Russian winters and the Battle of the Rhine? Rumi frowned. Okay, I'll just keep my interest to myself. Mira nodded. Agreed. It's for the best. Hey! No, Rue, I meant for me to also keep my interests to myself. Oh, all right. Good then. Well, what about me? I thought I was supposed to ask you guys about yourselves. So much for learning about my new girlfriends, she huffed. That's like the point of dating. Mira smiled, and the next few moments happened so fast she barely reacted. What she was trying to do was completely casually and not too intensely kiss the top of Zoe's head. Okay. Which would have been followed by an equally normal apology and a non-snide remark of we were just playing around. But no, because obviously that was too easy. No, what happened was Mira squeezed the smaller girl gently and leaned her head down, only for Zoe to apparently take that as a sign to look up, and their faces smashed into each other, Mira's nose straight into Zoe's forehead. Fuck. Oh my god. Zoe clutched at her head and winced before her eyes got wide and her hands found Mira's shoulders. Shit, God, Mira, I'm so sorry. Her nose was throbbing and she had her eyes shut tight to try and ride out the pain. She tried to speak, say it was fine, no problem, but all that came out was something akin to a groan. One of Rumi's hands landed on her chest. Okay, one sec. I'll get some ice. Are you okay, one sec. I'll get some ice. Are you bleeding, love? Mira blinked her eyes back open, hesitantly removing the hand holding her nose and feeling at her top lip. No blood, just searing pain and a small hit to her pride. Rumi visibly relaxed and stood, jogging to the kitchen, while Zoe looked at Mira with a horribly guilty face. She looked really cute. Mira instantly spoke. Are you okay, Zoe? You're asking if I'm okay? She seemed shocked. I think my skull can handle it. God, I'm so sorry about your nose, Mira. Is it bad? A hand hesitantly reached up and touched the middle of her right cheek, not daring to touch the actual nose. God, it felt like I heard the bone. The taller girl chuckled. It's not great, but I'm not gonna die or anything. Still, she muttered, smaller, still staring at the injury like she could will away the pain. She was so focused that even Mira tapping at her back didn't break it. Really, Zoe, it's fine. Just an accident. Zoe's hands gripped at her face, and she leaned forward to press a feather soft kiss to the tip of her nose before meeting her eyes. I didn't mean to hurt you. Her brain naturally malfunctioned. She made some noise in the back of her throat. The hold she had around Zoe's waist tightened, and an instant flush overtook her face. She felt every inch of heat flooding in, and Zoe gave her a confused look before Mira decided she couldn't meet her eyes anymore and flopped into the smaller girl's neck, trying to breathe like a normal goddamn human. Is she okay? Rumi said, back to sitting next to them. Just kill me, please. End my suffering, Mira muttered, trying not to brush her face against Zoe's skin too much. Even now, she felt so conscious of everywhere they touched. Babe, I'm not gonna kill you because you can't handle a kiss, Rumi deadpanned, with Zoe gasping. Are you that easy to fluster? Zoe gasped. I'm not having this conversation. Mira, look at me. Zoe's voice was softer, and against all her previous reservations, she followed the instruction embarrassingly fast. Their eyes met, and the pain in her face was still there, but she instead focused on searching eyes, and the lips ticked up on one side. She expects Zoe to say something, but instead, the girl leans in and kisses her nose again. Another strangled noise comes out of her throat, and both of the girls laugh about it, Zoe falling into tiny giggles. She hates it. She loves it. She wants to disappear. Put ice on your nose, she said then, more stern, but still smiling. Then she was climbing off Mira's lap, letting her finally breathe, while Rumi handed her the ice pack. I'm gonna have to be the nurse in this relationship, aren't I? Rumi tutted, leaning close to Mira's shoulder and reaching one hand to grasp at her hand. Seriously, you okay? Just a bonk. It's the face equivalent of a stubbed toe. Yeah, it hurts, but it'll go away soon and I'll be fine. She huffed, leaning forward and facing the floor as the cold started to numb her face. I thought you were trying to get my attention, Zoe muttered, a hand coming up to rub circles into Mira's left shoulder. I'll try to be more careful. It's all right, she whispered back, just breathing. I might go lie down for a bit. She stood, still holding the ice pack to her face. But, thanks, Zoe. The girl tilted her head. For what? For. She paused, embarrassed. Snuggles? Zoe snorted, falling into a laugh. Rumi just smiled, beaming up at Mira like she was proud that she managed to actually say it. You're so weird. Are you sure I didn't give you brain damage? Zoe managed between heavy huffs, willing herself to be able to speak. Maybe we need to make sure I didn't accidentally give you a concussion. All right, whatever. She waved her hand once, her heart beating faster at the teasing as she made her way down the hall into her room, breathing in as her head immediately began replaying the whole interaction in her head. And we have one final section. Mira, you're a loser.
They're
and
all
thank
losers.
and thank God. And thank God.
Thank God. You need them to be losers. It's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Did someone
Chris is bullying me in the comments. Don't worry about it.
I'm checking it right now. Nuh-uh. You hush.
She said, Reef is this easy to fluster. And then I said, shush. And she said, nuh-uh.
I'm not. Ignore her.
Ignore he? Who's he?
I think she meant to say her. Reef is Reef, guys. They're such lower girl losers. It's adorable. Shush. Listen,
No.
it's fine if a girl's love language is bullying.
Chris's love language is definitely bullying. And she bullies me all the time.
I'm gonna turn on my lights because it got real dark real quick. Okay.
We have a term for it in the Discord now. What's the term?
What term?
What are you talking about?
What term?
Danny, spill.
Reefing. I will government name you Reef.
Don't government. She full named me this morning. She texted me my first, middle, and last name, and I said, "Whoa, never use my full government."
That's so funny. That is so funny. That is so funny. It's so funny every time because I literally know your actual name and I still call you Reef.
Yeah. That was from last night. It's like Ella and Chris were both flustering me on voice chat, and then I turned my camera off, and so now they call it teal screening.
That's really good. That's really fucking good. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna keep going and finish this chapter off. They're really
Coming up to
cutie
the
pie.
end. This is like the last little section.
Yeah. Oh, they're so cute. Zoe went to bed that night on cloud nine. Mira had blushed at her. She got to kiss her on the nose, but still, Rumi had cuddled her all morning, and she might have been embarrassed at how fast she fell asleep, if not for how obvious it was that Rumi enjoyed holding her. She got to have this now, and it was nerve wracking and awesome and terrifying and perfect all at once. Before she'd taken off to her room, I'm sinking right now, am I not? I'm sinking. Give me a second. Shit. Okay, I'm back up. Okay. This chair loves to sink. Okay. Before she'd taken off to her room, Rumi had briefly mentioned her and Mira planning their first date with this spirited little sparkle in her eyes. She hadn't said anything more about it, simply walked off while brushing Zoe's arm with affection. Zoe had taken a moment to breathe after, before making her way back to her room. Now that she was here, though, it felt quiet. She missed them, which was kind of sad. She lived here, but they weren't in front of her anymore. They were rooms away. She would feel bad about disturbing them now. Could she have asked to sleep in Rumi's bed? Was that too soon? She wanted to give Mira space too after the nose incident. She was too wired for everything, so she ended up fumbling around her room for a while, sitting on the bed, the floor, looking around at her new crazy spacious bathroom, and finally sitting against the wall opposite the door, headphones in, and diving back into her notebooks, where lyrics that spewed from her brain found themselves, messily scrawled in with no rhyme or reason. Rhyme. She flipped around. She flipped around until she landed back on one of the projects she started right after their first movie night.
And this is the love song
Yeah.
that, like, I think I got you to play.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, this is yeah.
My favorite song.
You're an earworm in my head.
Favorite song.
Your voice is echoing. Yeah, your voice echoing. Always, always, always. Awkward, always. Awkward conversations, losing my words. I can't speak. She skipped down the page a bit, absent-mindedly chewing the flesh on her inner cheek. This key. This kiss got me weak in the knees. Yeah, you play me like I'm stuck on repeat. This melody is killing me. A symphony nor sympathy. The way that you keep stringing me along. Yeah, you're my favorite. You're my favorite. Till I hate it. You're my favorite. You're my favorite. You're my favorite song. She was already replaying the beat in her head, opening up her audio app and starting to pluck sounds she needed together. She'd need to get someone to play the guitar, and she still had to record the lyrics on her own. But otherwise, it was starting to come together again. She loved that feeling She loved that feeling of all the pieces falling into their rightful place. Maybe it also tugged at her chest that she started writing the song for them, because they were stuck in her head and she did struggle to speak to them sometimes. And of course, they were her favorites.
No.
Wee. Karaoke time. Ah, shucks, guys.
Don't worry about the clicky clacks.
Reef is doing some secret shit right now. What do you mean language I haven't sworn? What? Language? Okay, notes. Thank you for the patience, fishies. I was hardcore into the Polytrix week and also starting my TikTok account. Go follow me for sure. This was a long while ago, damn.
Yeah.
Reef, what switches does your keyboard have?
I have the paper around here somewhere. I can text you.
Also took me longer than I'd care to admit to write the Mira scene. I don't know. I lost the plot for a sec, but it came out perfect. Next chapter is daytime and maybe a hint of something else. Ooh. Genuinely, thank you everyone for the support on this fic. I've been lost in the metaphorical sauce of the Polytrix community. I keep seeing it as fic recs, people recognizing my name or the name of this fic when I talk. It is insane. I can't stop now. Not that I wanted to. And it's all because you guys are crazy for fish flakes. I love you. We love you, Reef.
Wait.
Wait. Wait.
Jamie, what's going on?
We're not talking about give me that candy floss right now. We're talking about the art of spoiling pretty girls. And yeah, we are.
She's panic typing. Don't, Chris. You need to mind your business. Chris needs to mind her business.
What is happening in the Discord? Is there something happening in the Discord right now that I'm not aware of? No. Oh my god, Mira is here. Hi, Mira. I'm reading Two's Company later, though. We're indoctrinating JJ. Okay, update. I have beef with Reef. What?
What did I do? I didn't do nothing. It's some bullshit. Hold on. My little brother is messaging me.
I need more writing, Reef.
I'm working on it. Guys,
Y'all, Reef is back.
and I
Reef
posted in one chat,
put out two new chapters in the past week. So Reef is back, y'all.
Reef is making her comeback, right? Community chat.
I can't be here for that. It's almost 11 here. No. Well, we're almost done with this one. I'm just gonna play a song and end this one, and then be back for Two's Company. I'm gonna play the Aglet song. But yeah, Mira, thank you for being here. I love that you guys are back. Back again. Reef is back. Tell a friend. Anyways, I'll see you on Twitter. Okay. I guess we're playing the Aglet song. I haven't listened to the song in forever. And bye, YouTube.